Good evening. Who wants to recap last week for inspiration?
It can't be me because I only wrote down what Chandria's charm was. So
Uh, Last week was the aftermath of the fight. The fight was 2 sessions ago. Everybody was sort of standing around stunned after the fight between Krellick and Chandria, and we were not entirely positive because we had all been having a conversation in the mind space at the time. We all missed Krellick and Chandria making that agreement. And so we were all sort of hoping that we were not about to die. Chandria went off, Krellick got up. We all had a bit of a break before we were brought before Chandria, who was pretty pissed that Zashel had made an agreement with Oberon. So there was a brief conversation where Yop and Krellick and Zashel sort of, I guess pleaded is technically the correct term, but Chandria agreed to, or commented that she would live up to her end of the agreement, sent everybody away. Zashel stuck around and apologized by showing her a memory of one of 2 times that he has felt joy. We got a rest in, during which time Yop went and spoke to Sir... No, not Sir. I don't remember what his title is, but Brookvale.
Captain.
Captain, thank you. That should have been real obvious. I wrote him down somewhere.
I also wrote him down as Brokevale, which
it is Brokevale.
Brokevale, not Brookvale. Brokevale.
I didn't even make the connection when I did this.
They had a conversation about the memory of the play which was taken from Yop by Goodfellow, and Brookvale basically passed on that Goodfellow does feel a little bad about taking the memory, but that was about it. Yop tried to get them to kill Granny Nightshade for us, but that was sort of a no-go. A couple of us had Zashel had a conversation then with Goodfellow, at first planning to turn him down for the offer of assistance with a second connection, but instead decided to get back with him after we deal with Nightshade. There were a couple more conversations. I know Vicaris spoke to Goodfellow about Zendros. We were given the opportunity to get magical tattoos as part of our contract with Chandria, and a magical lute was provided to Vicaris. And I feel like there was...
Vicaris was promised a seat on the Twilight Council if he so chose to take it.
I think that was about it. There was basically a lot of conversations and sort of the aftermath of the combat. I know Krellick had a conversation with Chandria and asked for assistance in battling Hamir, to which Chandria agreed and gave him the aforementioned charm that makes him immune to fear that is not caused by Fae, but also makes him subject to dominate beast. So that's kind of fun.
Good flavor. Good flavor.
Yeah. but in return, he has to bring if Krellick kills Hamir, has to bring Hamir's weapon to Chandria.
Yeah. I think it's more of a my interpretation based on what you're saying is not a must, but a may. You may do this. You know.
No, you
No,
must. That's
it was
part
a
of your
must.
trade.
It was yeah, because
That is that
this
is
was
the
a
deal
deal.
that you struck. You
Hmm.
have to, whatever trophy you deem to be the trophy of the kill, you have to give to her.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Great. Cool. All right. So.
Oh, and no, I'm sorry, I did forget one thing, which was Lauren throwing Zashel under the bus about, hey, can't talk to you now. I gotta my decision has said that I have to fill out paperwork before I come see you, which I listened to a couple sessions and I still can't find that, but you know, it's fine. This
I
bus
think
tastes delicious.
No,
I
it's
think no. Noel
no.
told her
Yeah.
that Zashel has final say whether or not she can go.
So this is Noel's fault. Got
Yeah.
it.
Because I went to Noel for paperwork, and Noel was like, "Okay, but you got to ask Zasha first, because he's the decisionist."
Dad,
Don't you love bureaucracy?
Can you drive me to the mall so I can see my boyfriend?
Look, there's a right way and a wrong way to do these things. It's your guys' prerogative to do it the wrong way all the time. The bureaucracy is here for a reason. This is the
Okay,
null
but
brain rot.
that's an actual like non-existent layer of
Right, that's not the way
bureaucracy?
this particular bureaucracy works at all.
Well,
It's
it is because Noel doesn't want to do it, and so Noel can just make someone else do it because that's how bureaucracy works.
Yeah,
but
it's
my
like
point is there's no lead slips in Acquisitions Incorporated. Like nobody has final say other than, Lauren.
to be fair, with this group's track record, the equation in Noel's head goes, okay, if I'm going to be helping with paperwork on this, I need at least one other adult to know about this. I need somebody else to know about this beforehand, so if it all goes fucking terrible, I'm at least not fully culpable for being the only person. I don't know what
Right,
is
so-
or is not a good decision. It all seems like bad decisions.
So basically, all of this is just Noel sending out a CYA email.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Exactly.
trying to CC his boss, you know.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the day that you are preparing to set off, is there any last minute anythings that need to happen before you go?
Zashel would like to go speak to Oberon if he's still around, because Oberon owes me some teeth.
Pay up.
Okay. With
That's a
with
weird sentence.
with Bishop's help, you can find Oberon in the courtyards, tending to the giant elk that he and his huntsmen ride as mounts. And he says nothing to you. He makes evident that he knows that you are there, but says nothing.
I have come to settle accounts before we go to deal with Nightshade.
Settle accounts. I suppose then that you would be suffering under the assumption that I owe you something.
There was an implication, which I am under no real... Oh wow, my brain just stopped. I agreed to your deal, which was presented with certain terms, but I have come to realize how much I mischaracterized you, as well as I'm sure I'm about to discover the nature of our bargain. If there is nothing further between us, by your accounting, I'm certainly in no position to either argue or intimidate, and I can simply not waste both of our times.
Could you make me a persuasion check?
And I have the 2 inspiration to burn required to get a good score. Oh, never mind.
Oh, well, okay.
Excellent.
Believe it or not, Zatchel's actually good at this. It just takes me a lot. Actually.
You can see him. You can see that he is smiling as he is working, without again looking to you. But he finally does turn towards you and says that it is correct that you technically have earned nothing from me, as what you have done could be characterized as a motion of gratitude that you expressed. However, I am more than satisfied than you and your company's involvement in the festivities and in the Warcraft. And I would hate to part on ill terms. He grabs the leather strap around his neck and pulls it free. And hanging from it, find again. Is a it looks like one singular human canine and then a translucent dragon fang. He extends them to you.
I will go ahead and take it.
Will you all be long in the wilds?
That will depend on how long it takes us to deal with Nightshade. I believe we do have some potential business on return. Are you intending to stay, or are you headed back to the hunt?
Nightshade. No. Many of my company have responsibilities elsewhere, and they should be escorted home. If that is all,
I have to say, for one who professes to hate the politics of this place, the maneuvering, and who seems to lament conversation with anything that sounds like a councilman, you, well, I had thought you somewhat above it all, interested more in your hunt, and only in the hunt, but I understand that I was wrong. You play the game discouragingly well, including utilizing one of my franchisees as a weapon against Chandria, and I'm more than curious what it is that drives such a wedge between two people who should, at least, I would think, be mostly in accordance. Astrazalian presents, as we are led to understand, somewhat of a bulwark against forces from the dark, including the Fomorians and the creature that was dispatched the other day. And yet, you could not seem to care any less. You are here simply because you are expected to be by your queen.
Yes.
So, why? Why put the fight at risk, needling the princess before what you know will be a difficult battle? You thought it at least difficult enough to entertain our assistance. Why make things worse?
Why not? She's a creature that is, chosen nearly at random. Anyone, given the power of the tree, could fulfill the same role that she does. In fact, many others could do it like better, but none others with as comparative power want to. She is not as strong as she seems. She is weak-willed. And it is a mockery to many of us. A creature such as her, with so little tying her to the great tree, should be granted the authority that she has.
The authority none of the rest of you, as you say, would take. A job that no one else wants. And you mock the one person who does it.
He grins and shrugs his shoulders.
You go on about her power and her connection, and yet you all survive and exist in the state that you do without the conflict that rages here, purely by the will she has to keep doing this job despite the treatment she receives from those she protects.
Is there
I think
something
I
else
will
you'd like
be
to say, mortal?
glad that I do not understand this place. He will hold up the beads, give a little nod. I appreciate your generosity, given the nature of the bargain, as you say.
He nods to you.
I will leave.
Okay. Do you want to bring those back to the group?
Yeah. I'll head back to everybody.
Okay. While you are away, Yop, what have you been up to?
I'm just kicking it in my room.
Okay. There is a knock at your private door.
Do it.
It's me.
I'm sorry, I don't reckon who's me. And I'll
It's
go
Lucky.
open the door. I'll go open the door. Oh, hey, Lucky. What's
Hey,
going
I just wanted to make sure that, uh, there was the whole thing with, the memories or something
on?
everyone was talking about. Are you okay?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess I'm as okay as I'm gonna be.
Okay. Have you, like, talked to anyone about it?
Uh, um, I mean, I talked with Captain Brookvale a little bit about it, and it doesn't seem like there's anything that he or the Prince of Hearts can do about it or will do about it. And I guess I spoke a little bit about it with Zashel and uh, who was there? With Zashel and Lauren and Noel. That's how we sort of figured out what was going on. But yeah, it just seems like this is what it is.
And none of them knew anything about what to do about it.
Hmm. No, if they did, they didn't share it with me.
Okay. Uh, are you all right then? Are you gonna be okay?
No, I'll be fine. I look forward to getting the hell out of this place, though.
Yeah, kind of looks like about everybody else. Uh, we're going to the Fey Dark, right?
I guess so. I'm not entirely sure where Granny Nightshade is.
That's I've been talking to Bishop about it.
Hmm.
Have you guys been out there?
Is that where we were last time we were out here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, we made a trip out there before. Very unpleasant and unpredictable place.
Great. Okay.
Have you
All
been out
right.
there before?
No, um this is the first time I've left the material plane.
Oh, I was unaware of that. Well, I'm sorry your first time off the plane had to be to this place.
She kind of shrugs.
Well, hopefully we'll make quick work of this and be able to get back to the material plane as soon as possible.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure everything's all right. Um,
Say, I was thinking when we do get back to the material plane, I haven't spent a lot of time in the casino wing of the Saltmarsh franchise. Do we have a little bar or something set up in there?
yeah, yeah. I think you actually helped at least plan it out. I don't, but yeah, you're right. You haven't been around.
Hmm. Well, do you think it would be possible if I pick up a shift or two of work at the bar?
I mean, yeah. Most of the lower level staff manage it fine, but um, if we're not out and about, I don't see why not.
Well, yes, I was just thinking it might be a nice place to pick up some news stories.
It definitely is. Another good place sometimes is even just some of the tables. It doesn't take a lot to get some of the people in Saltmarsh talking.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, but I think I'll start off behind the bar.
Sure.
Great, I look forward to it, boss.
She grins. And Zashel, you can return with the reward that you have.
Okay.
I could hear the air quotes around that reward.
I am.
As we're
I'm trying
walking
to.
back, I will go ahead and, since I can do it at will, just cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Yes. Both of them are magic, and I want to say there's conjuration, and on one of them is enchantment, and on the other one is necromancy.
Yop,
Yes?
can I trouble you for a favor, please?
Oh, certainly. What can I do for you?
Um, I don't believe I have learned the ritual yet to. No, I have not. Um, discover the use of a magic item. I think that's something you've done for us before. Could I trouble you whenever you have a moment? This is not important. These are from Oberon. I want to make sure I'm not endangering us by using them.
Oh, well, certainly. I'll have to wait until tomorrow in order to do it. I had sort of prepared myself for a fight.
Oh no, absolutely not a problem. No rush at all. Thank you. I will.
Oh, my pleasure.
Oh God, it feels good to say that and not worry about getting stabbed in the back.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Do you want to ask Bishop?
Is he here?
He's as around as you literally ask.
Say, Bishop,
And he appears.
I know this is coming way out of left field, but you wouldn't happen to be able to tell us what specific magics these items are capable of. Zashel here has already identified that they have some magical properties. But you've been quite helpful already, so we thought maybe we'd ask if you could identify the specifics of them.
Identify properties, no, but I could identify these objects. Tell you what they are. Give their name.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Uh, he he indicates the human tooth, and he says this is called the Sable Hand's secret, and the other one is called the Claw of Dragotha, and both of them he explains are magic artifacts that have been taken from great creatures. Each of them has attached to them a story, uh, and he recites these stories of heroism uh, and romance and violence and very very folk tale esque stories, uh, and uh, and hands it back to you and says that the one comes from an incubi and the other comes from a Dracolich.
Fascinating.
Zashel, I don't mean to be. Well, I don't mean to be rude about the gifts, but are are those teeth?
Yes.
Hmm.
I was not entirely positive to what he was referring when the deal was made. So, you know,
Well, I guess better than nothing.
we'll see once we have a better understanding of what they do. Now that we know their history, I must admit that is. How well known are these figures, Bishop?
ancient and prominent tales, though figures have faded into obscurity.
Well, we'll leave that for another time, I think. Where is everyone else? Are we setting out today, or are we doing the princess's tattoos today, or have we already done that? Did I miss that? Do I
That
just
has
do
been
that when I come
done
back?
if it needed to be done.
Okay. In that case, oh man, I should really decide. Are we planning to spend more time here, or what? What do you think, Yap? Are you, I should say, prepared to head out and finish this
Oh,
situation with Nightshade?
I'm ready when the rest of the franchise is. Shall we check on the others?
We should. Lucky, how are you doing? I haven't checked in. I apologize for that.
I'm fine. There was a party and a fight and a party. We're kind of doing the things I know how to do.
Fair enough. Well, should we should get the others, right? Yeah, that's.
Yes, I think that's a wise idea. And I'll start walking around knocking on doors.
I will follow you.
Hello, franchise meeting, hello.
Krellick, Vicaris, Noel, Lauren.
Lauren sticks her head out. Yes?
Well past time to be up.
I have been up for some time.
You said something about a meeting?
We
thought it would be a good time to gauge as to whether or not people were prepared to try and address the Granny Nightshade situation.
Oh, I'm ready.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes, we're ready to set out. Yes, we need some time to prepare. How are we feeling about all this? Are we still?
I mean, how much
we're all
time you
still
need to
agreed
get?
that-
You know, I mean, how much time you need to put some things in a bag and start walking?
Yeah, I've been
I don't.
ready. I just.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
everybody
all
was
been ready. What have
individually-
you been doing this morning?
Everybody has been in their rooms. Like,
Yes, I was doing paperwork.
Well, I
Bishop,
didn't
will
know
you
where to
kindly
go.
Will you kindly take us to our escort then? Thank you.
I just didn't want to go outside and offend anyone else, okay? Thought it'd be safe to stay in my room.
Why should you be afraid of offending anyone?
Well, Chandria said some of us were, not very good guests?
Yop is staring daggers at Bishop.
She was referring to me. I thought that was fairly clear.
She meant the whole party.
Primarily Zashel, secondarily Vicaris.
Well, maybe.
Tertiary myself.
Yeah,
I
it's
would say
definitely like the
tertiary
two of you.
Krellick.
Krellick, yes, then myself.
Well,
Whoa,
she never
Not
answered
for the
when
fight,
no
Krellick. It was
asked.
when you
but-
walked into the throne room the next day, like you owned the place.
Yes,
Oh,
Krellick.
no,
All
we smoothed all
right,
that over.
everyone, listen up for a second. Clearly, this place is having a poor effect on everyone's psyche, so let's everybody take a deep breath together and exhale together. And remember, we are the Saltmarsh franchise. We are here to kill Granny Nightshade. Is everyone prepared to do that now?
Yeah, I mean, so far everything's been going according to my plans. I'm over here playing like 5-dimensional dragon chess, and I ain't never played dragon chess before.
Well, it's the headband. It
Didn't you?
suits you well,
I thought-
Krellick.
I thought you played dragon chess at the casino the other day
Yeah,
when
but
we
Lord,
dealt with the folks from the tavern franchise.
yeah, but I lost.
I remember you were good.
What
Oh,
was I?
did you?
I drank a lot today.
I don't know. Let's Bishop, if you would please.
He nods and takes you to the teleportation chambers, where there are a small number of Eladrin soldiers, mostly in the colors of Astrazalian. There are a few of the Knights of Love as well, and then some of Senelise, as it would appear, who are all going to be traveling with you. A few of them are indicated as the trackers. They are not going to be able to take you exactly to the threshold of the lair. That would be contrived and insane. They're going to take you into the Feydark, where you will spend some time wandering as they navigate the wilds. You are warned of the natural dangers of the place that don't necessarily sound terribly dissimilar to the Dreadwood, although you hear no mention of the horrible mists that permeate that forest. So you at least have that to look forward to.
How long do you think it might take for us to get there?
That could all depend on whether or not the wilds are in the entire control of the hag herself. It is possible she could have us wandering there for weeks.
I would say she was greatly weakened by our battle, but that was a significant amount of time ago, so she has almost certainly recovered by now.
Hey, if we're there for like a long time, is it safe to eat the things there if we got to?
Some of them. That sort of depends. What is your tolerance?
I don't have one. I mean, like I eat everything.
You don't have a tolerance and you eat everything?
Yeah.
Then you should not eat anything.
I'll be the judge of that.
How's that 5-dimensional chess working out, Krellick?
Very well.
30 seconds ago, Yop gets on us. And then just
Yop's testy.
come on, savages, Krillin.
The dunk star Yop.
Oh my god. Anyway, sorry.
Let's tromp through the shitwood.
I will send Quetzal away just so that he doesn't die en route.
Excellent. All right. Then you are all brought to a teleportation circle and pulled through space into a forest of glamorous color and also impenetrable dark skies. There are the sounds of gigantic creatures that move in the far distance, and what sounds like deforestation. I always forget to populate that bird.
That's all right. I won't forget my girl.
Yes, thank you.
So I only have a health bar for Yop again. Everything you did last time is gone. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We don't need
It's fine.
it.
I don't need him. It's fine. I don't
we
heal
need to
anymore.
know Yop's
Yeah.
nice health amount.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Has a very nice health pool.
Very nice.
Wait, my hit points should not be. No. Is that right? That can't be right.
We did get a huge boost, both from aid and something else.
Yeah, last time, but I don't have that listed as a modifier anymore, so that must actually be my hit points. Okay.
Yeah, we shouldn't be under the effect of aid currently.
Correct. Go ahead. I'm running the math. I think it's right though.
Okay. I'm trying something. Maybe will help. That will only take a second. Are those different?
They are.
Yes.
Yes, I
Okay.
can see them all, except Lucky and Betty.
As it should be.
But yeah.
Okay. All right then. You are in the Fey Dark, and it sucks. Great.
It sucks here. It's the piss.
I think we
We've
broke.
we stumbled into the piss woods.
I don't know. These piss woods look cool.
They do. They're very
This
pretty.
place is markedly better to be in than the Dreadwood. The
Yeah.
Dreadwood feels as if you are in the constant. You are under constant surveillance. It is hard to see far, and it is dark and looming. This place feels open, broad, mysterious, even intriguing, but the farther you peer into the trees, the more certain you are that there is something that is looking back. And all that raises rather than paranoia is curiosity. It is still quite unusual. And you walk and march, following the lead of the soldiers for some time. It is only by exhaustion that you're able to begin marking hours. When there is sounds within the trees and brush that is rattled closer and closer and closer as something approaches, and a figure, a nearly humanoid figure with broad wings and heavy metal armor, comes from the trees. There is a look of certainty and intensity on this person's face as she seems to recognize you all in some fashion. And then her voice calls out in abyssal, and other creatures begin to make themselves known. We are going to just have a little road encounter here.
Didn't it? Has it been made clear to us like how many days our journey in here would be?
Nope.
Like at all?
No, it was made specifically clear that
Yeah.
it is unknown and possibly unknowable.
Oh, it's one of those melty face hounds. They got those old man Play-Doh faces.
What a wild thing to say, dude.
It delights me that a lot of my understanding of like the monster manual monsters and their associated pictures is from about 60% zoomed out detail on Roll20. Just lock in however they look. That's what they look like. No need to zoom in and check.
That's fine. I know exactly that feeling. Holy shit. Okay, so Vicaris is up first. Let's get everyone snapped to squares. Oh. Alright, Doug. You're up first.
So it looks like perhaps this one may be wearing metal.
That is... She certainly is.
Oh, that stupid son of a bitch. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. So yeah, he is just going to put his hand in the sky, find himself a nice little string that appears and is touching her, or that is connected to her armor, and he's just gonna light it on fire, the string, to heat metal.
All right. I think that the effect of it imposing disadvantage on fail, still works. Although it becomes quickly apparent as the metal begins to glow red and then yellow. This does not bother her in the slightest. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure it still has the effect of I think rules as written, she still has the disadvantage if she fails to drop the object. But she is immune to fire.
Yeah. Well, they have to make the check still. That if they make, they still have to make the save, and then it might affect them.
Well, yes, but the save is to maintain like if it were a weapon. If she fails the save, she drops the weapon. She can't do anything about dropping her armor, so making the save is kind of pointless. Because the save her saving or failing does not affect her actions in any way. But
yeah, I think it's that last line of the description. If it doesn't drop the object, it has disadvantage on attacks.
The thing is, no, because the sentence before that, if a creature is holding or wearing the object and takes damage from it, if she's immune, she's immune to this spell, including the disadvantage. She does not care.
That is that's the key phrase I was looking for.
I guess I was a stupid son of a bitch all along.
Not at all. There's no way for you to know that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a good instinct.
Yeah.
It was a very good instinct.
It was very metal.
Oh.
In that case, I'm just going to pull out a little mote and send it Krellick's way.
All right. Bonus action for Bardic Inspiration. Great.
And that's it.
All right. And Yop, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna run over to, I don't know, the boy-faced dog, and take a couple swings.
Boy-faced dog is even better.
15 will hit. Okay. All right.
And Betty will take a chomp, or try and take a chomp as well, and we'll miss.
Okay. Yep.
You'll get him next time, Betty.
Checky. All right. Nothing about lightning. Good to know. Now I have to do math because I wasn't paying attention to your math.
That is actually 5 less damage, because I haven't consumed my mutagen yet.
Okay. Have you activated your Crimson Right?
Nope. I took that off too.
Okay. So it's 24?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. All right. The first thing that is done is this winged person is going to take into the sky, flying above Lauren temporarily, moving very fast in the air, with a long sword drawn and slashing out at her, with my highest roll being a 25 and nothing over a 10 after that.
25 will hit.
All right, for 10 slashing and 11 poison damage.
Okay.
And then it is Ashel's turn.
And just to be clear, we don't recognize this person at all, right?
Nope.
You said it. Okay.
But they
Like it was
recognized
looking
us.
for you.
Yeah.
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 She knew we were. She knew we were coming. Yeah, that's the right way to say that sentence. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with a sacred flame on her. I'm assuming her deck save is pretty good, but I just want to know.
It is not good enough. In this particular instance. So, she'll take 16 points of stroke. All right, is that it?
Just step aside. Brokeveil. Do you recognize this? And that's it.
One of the soldiers mentions only that it would appear to be a fiend of some kind. And because we're outside, Lucky will call lightning. Because she doesn't get to do that very often. As a bolt explodes into this hound. And then it is Noel's turn.
Yeah, I'll step over here, I think. And I'll cast Toll of the Dead on the lady.
Okay.
Wrong button. There we go.
Alright, she saves.
Okie dokie.
And Krellick?
Hell yeah. I let out an excited roar and go into a battle fury. Run up. She struck Lauren, so she is within melee range of Lauren.
Yes, she is flying in the air.
Yes, okay. Then by rights, I should be able to reach her. And I will attempt to do so. I'm going to reach up and try to grab hold of one of her legs and just pull her down a little bit to me and grab a hold of her. So it's a grapple check I'm trying to do.
Okay.
All roided out. It's an 18.
Oh, that barely makes it.
Ooh, okay, great. I got a hold of her. I always forget this. I will drop my shield, and claw. I will use a claw to grab a. Actually, let's. You know what? Actually, I would like to, while still maintaining my shield, see if I can, while holding her, make a shove attack to try to put her on the ground.
Okay.
It's 11. Wait,
Oh, that does not do it.
I'm inspired. A 15.
It will not do it.
Okay, very good. So I just got a hold of the girl.
I got her.
That's it.
All right. Some of the Eladrin draw bows and fire on the farther of the hounds back here. At each impact, there is a confused look as the dog kind of turns its head side to side as if and blinking and trying to refocus itself. As they do psychic and piercing damage. And then on their turns, the hounds. Let's see.
Just so I understand correctly, the large Eladrin figure is not, in fact, one person. That's just our escort as basically
As
like a swarm,
one
like a mob.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. At once, the two hounds begin barking and then what is the word? Braying and howling, baying. That's the word. And I need everybody to make wisdom saving throw.
I'll use an inspiration point.
I'll probably also use an inspiration point.
This is against fear.
Krellick.
I don't know if this is magic or not, but at
It is.
12 if not. So go
Well,
on.
okay. Nice. 1 inspiration down.
Yes, these are Fey. These creatures are Fey, so this so you are not immune to this.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yep. Okay. Right. And so Zashel appears to be the only one who fails.
And I assume Betty.
Yes, and Betty.
Eddie's not immune to fear as a construct?
Charmed, exhaustion, poisoned.
Huh. Okay.
That's that old fear isn't a charm, technically.
Yeah. I just thought you might be.
Well, it has to say charm in the effect. If it doesn't,
Mhm.
it's not. It's not.
And so those two are incapacitated. And Betty, I believe, measure. Yeah. Betty must use her movement on her next turn to flee. And then, one peer begins plodding forward. You hear it like pushing through the underbrush, but do not hear it making impact with the ground until it lands with a thud as if it has been running through the air right here, and is going to snap out at Vicaris with a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Miss. Excellent. Okay. Then it is Lauren's turn.
I see. Lauren is going to cast Bane on all three of these things.
Okay. Oh my god. Both of the hounds have rolled 2s. And the fiend saves. All right.
Alright,
Anything
that
else?
is my part. Nope.
Okay. Vicaris.
I am gonna shocking grass this guy next to me so I can walk away.
Okay. That will hit. 16.
Good damage.
Does a real number on him. That it for your turn?
Yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. And Yop.
All right, I will dig my beak into my lower lip, taking 3 points of damage to invoke my Crimson Right, and I will take a couple swings as I turn around. Hey, Betty, where are you going?
That will hit. Mm-hmm.
As Betty is, 10, 20, 30, she's down here somewhere. I think she's got one more, yeah. Does she get an opportunity to try and re-roll the save, or is this just a time situation?
Just for the round.
Okay, got it.
Yep.
Then, yeah, I'm just gonna move over there. That's it.
All right, then. The fiend in Krellick's grasp is going to simply attack him using force to potentially get herself free. I have two 22s to hit. Sean, you're muted.
Oh, yeah, both hit. Both hit.
Okay. For 12 slashing, 12 poison for the first attack, and 13 slashing, 11 poison for the second.
You said 13 and 11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
It ends up totaling the same amount of damage, I think.
Yeah, it does.
A total of 24 after reduction.
Yep.
All right, Zashel.
I am incapacitated. So
Yep.
I'm done.
Okay. And then Lucky's going to do like a Vicaris. And similarly, with a flat hand, grasp at the hound in front of her, and with a crackle of thunder, it is killed. Somewhat to her surprise, she shakes her hand, and then it is Noel's turn.
Okay, I will come over to here. I will write the text on my arm and do the channel divinity onto this to set up Krellick for his next turn.
Okay.
That's my turn. So I guess like part of her armor goes like parchment colored.
Okay. Krellick, it's your turn.
Okay, cool. I fought with Noel. I know what weird stuff he does. I will release my grasp from her, grab hold of my shield, and just try to bring it to bear upon this lady. I'm gonna go full reckless on the lad. 22 to hit.
Okay. That is gonna hit.
Okay. I'm raged. Okay. For 25 damage, so 50 damage.
Mm-hmm. That is not nothing.
It's not nothing.
Look,
it ain't everything, though.
If Krellick's right after me, I can't get any better than that.
I will swing again with abandon.
Oh.
one swing too late, but I'll take the nat 20 anyway. Okay. And that is that's all correct. That's the right damage for it. So
All
25, 28, 38.
All right. The breastplate of her armor is crumpled, but she still stands. Heavily injured after that barrage.
Okay. This is me. This doesn't really mean anything, but I'd like to, as a bonus action, make an insight check to determine the value of her death, what its ramifications would be for me and the franchise.
Okay, make an insight check.
Okay. I have advantage on these. I can't pass my own check. It's DC 15. I can't do it.
Muted this whole time. You crit. You could have.
Oh, I could have attacked again. Yeah,
You could have
yeah,
attacked. This is actually hilarious.
Yes, it's very good. I've been wanting to use this. This is just the first opportunity where I've actually.
Yeah. It's good.
5-dimensional chess, baby.
Yeah. Dragon chess.
There are more arrows that fly past you, Yup, and embed themselves in the thick hide of this hound, and it is also killed. And then it is Lauren's turn.
All right. I'll cast Shillelagh on my staff and whack this lady in front of me. And miss. That's my
And
turn.
miss. Okay. And Vicaris.
Let's try a whole person.
All right.
17 is a save.
It's person, right? It has to be a humanoid. Right?
Yep,
Right?
she's a humanoid.
She is a fiend.
Of course.
I'm so sorry.
I have really nothing against this person. Oh, wait, no, I have Chaos Bolt. We're gonna do Chaos Bolt then.
Okay. I'll grant you that because the Eladrin did like someone said she was a devil or a demon devil. It doesn't matter that much. 15 will miss.
Of course. Pulling out a moat, giving it to Lauren.
And then Yop. Adam, you're muted.
Thank you. As I jog over here, I will drink my mutagen. And I get both smarter and less charismatic as I take 2 swings.
That's gonna hit. And that will miss.
All right. And Betty will charge up there.
Cold damage. Alright, she is resistant to cold damage. Which means it's -2. Okay. Alright, and then on her turn, she's actually going to take the disengage action and then fly right into the air and sheathe her longsword. But she does not appear to be leaving combat. And then it is Zashel's turn.
Is she within? How far up did she fly?
40 feet.
Okay. Still in range of it. I'll just Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Miss. And a hit.
Wow, 2 1s out of 3d10. Nice.
Feels bad, man.
I mean, 1 missed anyway, so. But
Right.
that's it. That is
At
9
least that
force
wasn't
damage.
2 1s, one after another.
If I had crit for 2 damage, I think I would have just been done with Eldritch Blast.
I have done that before.
All right. Lucky tries to hit her with another lightning bolt from the sky. That's fun. And then it is Noel's turn.
Yep. I will point at her and do the channel divinity again. Another portion of Noel's arm goes parchment. This time, probably like the skin on like one side of her body goes parchment colored.
All right. Then it is Krellick's turn. And you're muted.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking. She's very far away. As is always the problem.
Barbarians.
Barbarians.
Actually, never mind.
Okay. Okay. I reach in towards my belt and pull out the wand and aim it at her. I say,
Die.
Cool.
Oh shit.
I have cast my ultimate magic. It takes a little time. I think that's my turn.
Head empty, heart full, can't lose.
The knights with longbows actually crit, and she immune to psychic damage. That feels unlikely. She is not.
She takes double.
Yep.
And it triggers.
I gotta do the math, which is, let's see, that's 13 to 26 and 11 to 22. Oh, that's gonna kill her. She is riddled with arrows, and the papery part of her skin begins to unravel in spools as ink darkens across it, and she both melts, evaporates, and dissipates in a very confusing chaos in the air. And that's combat.
I blow the tip of the wand like it's a gun. Sheath it.
Like, did you just disintegrate her?
Yep. It's dark magic. Tally said I shouldn't practice it, but this place is dangerous.
Zashel immediately looks at the collection of elves and just gives them a very sad, knowing shake of the head.
There are some that seem genuinely confused, and a few others that are actively laughing as if that is the funniest thing they have ever seen.
I will assume that is a servant of Nightshade.
She was looking at us like she knew us, right? But, I mean, I didn't recognize her.
Creatures of that kind are not often found here. It is a sign that we are on the right track if they are finding us in this way.
Especially given that when we found her in the Dreadwood Krellick, she was dealing with fiends and undead in a very unusual bargain, so.
Now that we know we can be attacked, we should take this moment to rest.
Not a bad idea.
Every moment from this moment forward, we are more likely to be attacked.
Well, what she did is exactly what I'm saying the problem is, right? As soon as she gets up in the air, Nightshade is going to be, like, untouchable.
I can take care of that for you, Relic. I am trying to preserve my limited resources right now, so I did not think that she was any gesturing at the body. Well, no, there is no body. Gesturing where the fiend disappeared. It was not a use of resources that was worthwhile right now. When we get to Nightshade, I will do everything I can to make sure that you can reach her.
Look forward to it. Hey, who's got don't we got shackles or whatever for her?
I believe they are in the Horde.
I don't remember grabbing them. Maybe
They
once
definitely gave them to us.
The escort will provide them. They are here. You have them.
Oh no, did we leave them back at the...
Or who wants to be on Shackled duty then?
I'm sorry, what?
I mean, someone's got to, carry the shackles, but also someone's got to put them on her. So, I mean, who's in charge of it?
Sarah, what kind of check
I-
is the shackles?
It's a strength check to grapple and restrain her. Athletics.
Sounds like you're in charge of that, Krellick.
Well, okay,
You-
she has to be restrained, and then I would. I think I talked about last week allowing possibly a sleight of hand to do the locking, but she has to be restrained first.
Well, I can have Betty try and restrain her.
I can try and get the shackles on her.
Okay, so maybe me and Betty try to like get a hold on her, right, and then you get it on her.
I'll look down at Betty and say,
Is you and me, girl, all right? I believe.
Betty just snaps her beak twice.
I like scritch the top of her head a little bit.
Ugh!
As previously stated, should we rest here for a moment?
If you like.
If you need, sure. If our escort is amenable.
It would be optimal for me, yes. A moment to pray.
All right. Sounds good.
Before we take the short rest, I will use my stamina of the shell and recover 8 HP.
Okay, we're gonna take our 10-minute break, and we'll be back at 40 after. You guys take your short rest in that time.
Very good.
Oh no, Cody.
My guess is I've known that and forgotten it at least 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
It smacks of a kind of deja vu familiarity. Of this exact oh, right. I believe I was playing a Grave Domain the first time I realized. And I was like, oh, I could have just been doing that, huh?
You also got 2 uses of them plus your amulet right now.
I don't have the amulet. Never got enough money for it.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah.
Better get paid, no?
I got a bitchin' tattoo, though. 2 tattoos, but one of them is clearly superior because it lets me draw with my finger. And I got a good belt. Don't forget the good belt.
That's true.
If anyone's doing hit points during this short rest, you get an extra D8 from my Song of Rest.
Heck yeah. Because I didn't want to waste another. I'm so close to max, so a freebie is beautiful.
And I should blow my channel divinity so I can get them back. I mean,
You can do you can recover a spell slot if you need
yeah,
it.
I can recover spell slots with it, but I've only used 1 spell, so I should use my spells first. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. What can I cast?
I mean, if you didn't think you were able to get, so you could cure wounds and then do it. That way, you would have to use less hit dice to.
Hit die, yeah. Or if you wanted to do
You need the spell I don't have because I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself. I don't have Cure Wounds. What's that?
What's that?
Wait, why are you what?
I mean, I have other things prepped. Yeah.
She's casting a spell, which she can use the Bardic Inspiration on to empower. so that she has expended a spell slot so that she can use her channel divinity to regain the spell slot and regain her channel divinity on her short rest. She's just trying to make the best use of all of the stuff she's got.
Resources.
Yeah.
What is your bardic dice right now?
D8.
Every little bit.
Heck yeah. Free
And
plus 2.
then, oh wait, never mind.
So yeah, if you do hit dice, if you use hit dice, then you also get his Song of Rest.
I think I'm at full now.
He might be. Yeah. Because his Song of Rest will give you a minimum of, is it an extra D8?
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, roll a D8.
Yep.
Yeah, good. I love Song of Rest.
It's very good.
I always miss it when like I'm in a party that doesn't have it.
I miss
Yeah.
it
Short rest.
I miss it in parties that doesn't short rest.
Yeah.
That's the big issue.
I miss it in parties that have a bard and they just forget.
Oh,
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
couldn't be me.
Yeah, sounds a lot like me too. There's
What's
three
the
of us
counter
here,
charm?
but
Never heard of it.
No, that was my joke, was that I actually remember all my bard shit.
Definitely not me. I totally forget.
Counter charm
yeah.
is the one more people forget than Song of Rest.
I want so badly to be able to use counter charm. I look for every opportunity to use it. But it sucks. It sucks,
yeah.
and and my bard at this level has other means of evading all of the effects that counter charm is any good against. So I've only used it exactly once and it didn't help. No, I've used it twice. My apologies. Twice.
You just
and
gotta
it
wait for a good dragon.
That's actually when I used it. It didn't help.
Krellick, how much HP do you have total?
83 total.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
What? How?
How?
What do you mean? That's my health.
Both
What
me
do
and
you mean?
the cars have more than you.
Well, I have 3 levels in fighter, so that's a lower hit die than barbarian, and my constitution's only 14.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
That
I needed like my stat rolls are very good, but the strength was spiked, but everything else is even. So this is just the way it came out.
right, and a turtle barbarian, right? That constitution probably isn't quite as important because you don't need it for the armor.
Yeah, like
That's trap ability to begin with.
Yeah, I agree.
But like my HP is if I'm raging with the totem of the bear, right? My HP is doubled essentially.
Effectively doubled, yeah.
Yeah, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a perfectly like serviceable amount. It just, as a barbarian, I was like, whoa. It made me think that I had my health too high.
Yeah,
oh shit, did I take off aid?
Yeah, I think I'd be at like maybe 90 if I went full barbarian. But I didn't have more points to put into con, so
it's fair enough.
I can't see Zashel's health total because Betty's covering it.
Fine, I didn't get touched.
He's fine.
We're all no, I was just curious now that we've asked like how much his total is.
The same as you, or close.
It's higher. My con is not great. I mean, no, it's 16. It's not bad. I don't know.
Hey, are you multi-class, or did you roll for hit points?
I'm multi-class. I have a level in sorcerer.
Ah, okay, that's why.
I started sorcerer actually.
That explains it then.
Yeah, it kind of puts us all in like the same kind of range,
Yeah.
Also, the reason Sarah doesn't get to use counter charm as much is we also have a paladin in the party that's if you're in the aura, you don't get charmed or frightened, so. But it's not wide enough, but yeah, it makes it even less likely to counter charm.
Yeah, and we also don't fight anything that have like fear or charm effects lately.
Yeah, not lately.
They're like, if anything, it's like single target, and we've been saving against it because we're very high level and the DCs are not very high right now on some things.
And the few
Yeah.
times we do have it, it's just easier just to kill that thing quicker than it is to spend the whole turn trying to help someone counter charm and they still fail.
Absolutely. Like
Yeah.
I'm a bastard wizard. Like I should just be doing that instead of counter charming. I'm counter spelling. I should do that instead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just hang on to counter spell.
Yeah, I mean it's because what we have the bonus items. Like I think a lot of us have like the +2 to our own DCs and stuff. Well, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of it backwards. Our saves are typically very high, but also we have 5 luck points each. Like it's you know,
Yeah.
I personally I think Ash should do away with it because how many times does she get excited about us failing and we're like, wait a minute, I'm just gonna succeed. Let me roll this hero point. Yep, succeed.
Eh.
I mean, it's okay. Maybe like raise the DC on the monsters more. Because we do have like a
That's
+5 from the paladin. That's also a thing.
Yeah, that's the real fix, honestly, because like the higher you put the DC, because most default monsters with a maxed out stat, unless they're like properly made into like boss build beasts, their proficiency bonus is only ever going to be at 2. So even with a maxed out stat, like the DC is like a 13 or a 15. But if you bump that DC up kind of basically arbitrarily,
Yeah.
where we can't really tell, like we see like we rolled a 16. Ooh, I have no idea. I'll risk a luck point, or let's just hope that works. Like uh, either of those things. Like those responses would fix that quote unquote issue, but
Yeah. I think if I would do it here like a hero point system, I think I'd only have it at 3, so it's like a luck. It all feels the same, but I don't know that I'd want it to be so easy. Like the failure is part of the fun of the game.
Yeah, I'm
Getting
actually
getting rocked is part of the fun.
yeah, I'm very happy with the inspiration system I've got, where it's just like you perform well or you do things, like you have an opportunity to, like, it's like good karma almost. And even then, like, it doesn't help sometimes. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not enough.
Okay, Adam's back. Cody, you here?
Yeah.
Doug, you here?
Yeah.
All right, Monkey and Sean and Ted.
What if I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
here?
here.
Well, then you're not gonna get to fight in the boss fight.
Oh no. Hey,
Yeah,
I just confirmed
you
we're
better
fighting the
get
boss
here.
fight today. I confirmed it. Yes.
Big brain play. Big brain play.
Hey, Adam, did Yop kill that one dog thing, or did
No, the elves did.
the elves? Okay, the elves. All right, but
Elves-
Lucky
elves-
did kill one of the dogs.
The dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. What did they get called earlier? Soggy old men dogs or something?
Boy face dogs.
Boy face dogs was what he came up with, and it's objectively better.
Soggy face dog is pretty accurate.
I don't know.
Okay.
Boy face dog feels like an urban legend.
Boy face dog
does.
is friends with cat with hands. Oh wait, no,
Yeah.
it's cat with human face and dog
Cat
with
with
human
face,
hands.
yeah.
Um,
Boy face dog and boy faced cat.
Because I often don't like ask the name of the thing that we kill, so there's a lot of descriptions that are just like what I think the thing is, or like
Perfect.
yeah, mummy thing, dog man,
That's super on brand for Krellick too.
Yeah.
As we come out of the short rest, Yop is going to bite her lower lip again and drink the new mutagen that she created during the short rest.
okay.
You can just do it during a short rest.
Do you think we're gonna fight Granny Nightshade today? Should I put safety measures on people? And Lauren kind of looks around at the group.
Probably. I mean, I
Same.
think you should put it on yourself, given what happened last time.
I feel like you're gonna need it more, Krellick. And I'll cast Death Ward on Krellick.
Didn't you die last time?
Yeah, but if I
Yes.
just stay further away this time, I mean,
Was that the problem last time?
No.
Noel will sigh, take a step forward, and cast Death Ward on Lauren. Then just take a step back and nod. No words. After a moment, Noel casts Death Ward on himself.
I'll also cast it on Yap. Here you go, Yap.
Oh, thank you.
And Pakaris, you have had some issues living, and she'll spend her last half on Pakaris.
Noel just nods.
I like to think
Uh,
of it as exceptionally bad luck, but whatever gets me that.
As long as we're going through this process. Actually, no, I'll wait.
Okay.
Well, I'm worried about how long it's gonna. This doesn't last all that long, so.
Gotcha. Okay. Then you will continue through the Feydark into the mountainside. The trees begin to thin, though they do not disappear, and the grass begins to melt away into smooth and curious stone. There is little rubble to really step or slip upon. It feels incredibly artificial and almost like plastic. It is manufactured. It feels a little too handled, a little too pristine. And
If I
it is
pick up some rocks and like squeeze them, like they're real.
yes.
Okay. They don't like crumble or anything. They react as a rock should. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It is an odd experience, and the air does seem to thicken, more in the in the sensation that you felt in the Dreadwood. While the trees thin, the air still feels hard to breathe. Now, as you continue your way, it becomes more and more apparent that you have been walking for a very, very long time. Would you all like to continue moving through, or would you like to rest?
Can I, look around to see if anything looks familiar, like we're walking in a circle or anything?
Make a perception check, or if your passive perception is like insanely high, just tell me.
19.
Passive is 24.
Oh,
Jesus.
Okay, that's very high.
yes,
Yeah.
that's very good.
Neither of you can determine that you are in any form of like loop or track or trap. But it does sort of feel as if it takes a long time for the distant scenery to move.
We're getting fucked with.
And it's the Feydark, of course we are.
If we see-
the Hag's Lair.
If we pick a place to camp, then, we's gonna need protections or watches. I'm sure you've all noticed that there's like things watching us. I catch movement out the corner of my eye, but when I look, it ain't there.
Should we just press on?
I'm good to go.
Yes. At least abilities.
Yes, definitely.
I agree.
Do you think the fog means we're getting closer?
It stinks, and so does she.
It's certainly reminiscent of the area that she inhabited in the Dreadwood, so
Real quick, I want to use one of this. I don't think I'll see anything, but Noel's getting the like hair on the back of neck. Nemesis might be around somewhere
I
as I like
think
scan the tree line.
yes. There are. I would say that there's kind of a low level necrotic thing around. Like this doesn't tell you like the types of undead you
Mhm.
sense, but
Yeah.
but there is presence certainly, and in like spots, so you know it's not like it's exactly everywhere, but there are some that are very close, and then there are some that are far away, like to the furthest reaches of the observation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Noel's eyes go like parchment color for a second as he looks around. You see his eyes widen slightly at a few of the like near spots. He'll look to the group and say, "There are undead all around us."
Oh, right. I forgot about this. And Lauren is gonna cast Aid at 5th level on Krellick, Yap, and Noel. Just
Nice.
yeah. I mean, the last time undead isn't good. And she pulls out her staff and like get into a battle stance as if they're gonna jump us.
It is hard to tell whether it is a creature, many creatures, or something more latent. I can simply see them.
I shout very loudly for them to come out.
when we fought in the Dreadwood, there was another hag, the Maiden of Winter was the elf that she had captured. Oh, I will immediately on saying the name go to Brokevale. Does the term Maiden of Winter mean anything to you? The name?
Yes. Within each season, there is a maiden, the master of the turning of seasons. Yes.
When we fought Nightshade in the Dreadwood, there was an Eladrin there who seemed to be her captive. She was referred to as the Maiden of Winter. Can you... I don't know if that helps now, but there was a hag that had taken her captive. It was not Nightshade herself. This hag was the one responsible for raising the armies that Nightshade was using, the fiends and specifically the undead creatures.
He seems perturbed, but does consider and says that if she had been captured and held against her will, that is a powerful force indeed. But there's certainly some concern for that.
The Eladrin we were able to release, and Zashel will toss a quick look over at Krellick. I don't know where she went after after she was freed, but your men should stay. Well, all of you should stay aware that the hag that was summoning those creatures is still alive. We were not able to kill her. I suppose she would have been sent back to the Fae anyway.
Let me see if I can't get a sense of where they might be. And I would like to use that to try and track the Maiden of Winter and or Granny Nightshade. See if I can pick anything up.
Okay. Brokevale will expound a little bit and say that if the Maiden of Winter had been a prisoner of Nightshade, her return or her freedom is actually it bodes well, mostly because that means that she would have been able to return to the Gloaming Court. There's also the very real possibility at that point that she would have been able to inform the Prince of Frost that she has been imprisoned by Nightshade or a Fae in another hag in that alliance, which might test the waters between himself, test the what's the word, the alliance he himself might have with any hags and Baba Yaga. That is actually it is good for all of you that she has survived. And with a 16,
Very hard to pick anything up on this smooth stone.
I think, and Vicaris might be able to assist you on this, in the same fashion that Noel is able to kind of detect that there is that there are spirits around. It would appear that they are, in fact, what make up some of this mist. And Vicaris, if you want to say something.
Thanks for that setup.
Mhm.
I'm not completely sure, but I do think this mist might just be some will-o-wisps, perhaps inactive or unlit. We should tread very carefully.
Also, willow wisp.
It's like a tiny spirit. They're not always friendly.
Tiny spirits.
Well, if they're not always friendly, I guess that also means they're not always not friendly.
Hey, now you want the fourth dimension.
I'm getting there, Krellick.
You know, your logic is sound. I'm just saying we should err on the side of caution.
Yeah, obviously, as we've been doing. Come out, willow wisp.
Some mist begins to coalesce into a sphere that begins to glow from its interior and bob towards you.
I try to grab it in my hand.
Let me see if you can do that. My thought is no.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the answer is no. Yes, it phases through your claws and then begins to bob back towards the mist.
You lucky. Alright, was we moving or was we sitting?
Keep moving.
All right. Actually, for the sake of actually getting to use it, why don't you guys hold a vote? Okay. Great. All right.
Easy done.
I will need all of you then to make Constitution saving throws.
Heck yeah.
I miss having proficiency in that so much.
I'll probably fail. It's fine. Nope. Okay. Also, Lauren, I don't know if you're asking about the vote or the times two, but either way, the answer is
The vote itself.
okay.
We were all for moving.
Not everyone had exactly made it clear, which is why
True.
I wanted to hear it, and also it's a mechanic in this game.
Yeah, vote.
Yeah.
Damn it, we haven't done a vote in a while.
Yeah. There has been, you could probably count as
call-
many votes that have been held on one hand.
I think I
I
didn't
will
say
call
anything. 'Cause
votes when we need votes. I called one when we were fighting Granny Nightshade the first time.
I'm not
Mhm.
saying you don't, I'm just saying I needed one.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't
Just
say
saying that's
anything.
my job. Jeez,
Not for-
Sarah, you can
not
let
for
me play
long.
my character.
I agreed with the move, so I didn't feel the need to add in. Yeah, I agree. We're already doing it, so.
Okay.
Just let me play my character.
Okay. Then. Oh, what just happened? Then hours and hours pass, and it is tiring, though none of you take any exhaustion. As you continue into this borderland between the craggy cliffs and the forest, until one of the scouts and soldiers is fairly certain that along this way there are certainly an identifiable number of undead creatures and fae that are walking mindlessly uh, through the trees as if in mild guardianship. They take you down this path, and there is light skirmishing between now and your complete passage. Nothing that is beyond your guys' capability, but it is not an easy route, and you are certainly known as you approach a den that is decorated with illuminated skulls. A wooden structure that seems to have been crafted of plant life and corpse alike. Deep vines tie all of it together in a thick weave. And as you approach, you are not again unimpeded. And the guards insist that it might be the most effective if you were to proceed and they were to cover the entrance so that you are not attacked on both sides.
Sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, sounds like we carry on.
The inner part of this structure is littered with the dead, used in divination and in sacrificial means. The majority of this layer is dominated by a very large on a pedestal. There are creatures that are here and obviously known. Some that you might, the creatures you even recognize another great hound, and two servants who are speaking quietly across the way with each other, wearing wooden masks that turn on your approach. And in the darkness, there is a voice that speaks aloud, but is echoing in your.
It's good to see you all again. You were interesting invaders the first time. And now act as mice to a trap? Unless there is some other reason for you being here.
Zasha just looks at Makaris. Revenge?
Revenge.
I will reach out and grab Betty's head in both of my hands and just. You're gonna do so good, I just know it. And I will give her bull strength.
That's so cool.
Adam, could you take inspiration for me?
Mm-hmm.
Revenge feels lofty.
Nothing if not an idealist. Show yourself. Let's get this done.
The darkness bends outward, and walking through it as if passing through a tunnel is an old, withered creature with long black claws and horns that curl into weathered and tangled hair. Her clothes are torn rags that jingle with the clatter of bones tied into the threads. Let's roll initiative.
There is just to understand the scene here, there is a bubbling cauldron in the center, yes. And there is some kind of ritual circle in the far side as well.
Yes, but it is unclear whether it is active or not.
Yeah, but like nobody is in it or anything.
Yes.
Okay. And then on the left-hand side, there's like this stuff over here. Are those like cages? Are there things in there?
These are filled cages with creatures of all kinds. Some that look like they have been somewhat put together and constructed, that hold familiar pieces of fae or humanoid in odd ways. But
Um, Is there anyone in this space that looks as if they are a prisoner, right?
Anything in those cages very well could be.
Very well could be, yeah. But no one is we don't see someone that, like a child, a maid, like someone that resembles
Mhm.
not the Maiden of Winter, but like someone like that.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Nobody's rattling the cages, screaming, "Let me out of here!"
Yeah. Oh, thank
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Is Vigar's going first again?
Yeah.
Again, I'm filling in on these things and I don't want to.
Revenge. Revenge, sir.
Um, also, I do hate a job unfinished. I am going to pull out my new fun little instrument. I forgot what it was. Anyway, and summon a construct.
All right. Are you dropping him on?
Yeah, I was just gonna use the dancing item thing.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know where you're putting it, so I'll let you place it as you will.
Fuck her in particular.
Okay.
And then as a bonus, I am going to pat Kralik on the back and say, "Get him." And then speaking of, this is Clay, I believe it is. But he goes after my turn and he will immediately attack her.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
That natural 20 will hit.
16
Good
damage.
start.
A bludgeoning.
Okay. Let's see. This is 16. All right. Okay. Is that it for your turn?
Yes, it is.
Then, there is another deep howl from the hound that is near you all, and I need another Wisdom saving throw from each of you.
Again?
Oh no!
Is
Oh,
Christ.
is that creature considered a fae?
it is. It is the same.
Okay.
I will use another inspiration point.
Yeah, I will burn one
Wisdom
so
save.
that I can fail another wisdom save.
Ooh.
There we
Uh,
go. All right.
I've been holding a DM inspiration for a long
All right, what's
time.
that?
I
And
will.
you're
I
gonna use
will. I'm going. Oh yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
use it.
All right.
It's worse.
Good shit.
This is the only reason I don't fear my DM inspirations.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Duncan, please, please. I love you so much, but please. Okay. Let's see. That is Betty and Krellick. Yes, Betty and Krellick. Under the
Excellent.
frightened condition.
Poor
Excellent.
Betty. Poor Betty.
Okay. It's Doug, for that ability, it is for as long as you are using your action to perform it. Anyone who has to make a save following gets the advantage on that save.
Perfect, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and with some trepidation about this ever again, as effectively as it did last time, Lucky's going to cautiously approach the hound and try to strike it again with a thunderous touch. And, oh my god, almost kill it instantly.
Lucky's got lucky hands.
And then it is Zashel's turn.
It's what? Oh. What are these friends over on the right?
I believe you encountered them before. They are darklings. They are twisted fae.
Ah, yes.
These are the things that when they die, they
Explode.
explode.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Get out of here.
Don't like that very much. But I assume we see Krellick affected by this thing.
Cowering? Yeah.
Okay. I'm going
I'm
to.
hiding behind my shield.
I will go ahead and try to just start off light. I will hit Granny Nightshade with a Sacred Flame. Should be in range. Yep.
She's gonna save.
Okay.
Is that it for you?
I'm gonna back away just. Actually, no. I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Stop there.
Okay. Okay, then you are approached by the Dark Fae with blades drawn. And one of them, actually, one of them does not get that close. One remains here, and then begins to cast a spell. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna let that go because I need my very limited slots.
All right. A beam of darkness jets from his fingers, and we're going to cast darkness over all of you real quick. And then the other one's going to stab Zashel.
Yeah, that will definitely happen.
Yeah, a 13 and a 7.
Well, 13 hits.
Oh, Jesus, man. That is 6.
Oh yeah, no. Fun
piercing
fact: I'm not even wearing my non-magical lead at this point. I didn't bring it to the party, so Zashel is in purely a suit.
You had days to go shopping.
Why would I go buy armor that I already own?
Why would you not bring it in like a bag of holding? We have extra bags, Ashel.
It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't. It honestly does not add enough to my. Like, it would not have made that a miss. It's leather. It adds 1 to my. How much am I taking here?
Not that it matters right now,
Piercing damage.
but I do have leather armor, so.
You said 6 points of piercing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, I love it. With Vikaris' next action, he's putting Zashel into leather.
It's fine.
Where's my snap? There you are. Oh, I love that. Look how great that is. That's great for me. All right. Krellick, you are afraid and in the dark.
Yeah. Am I forced to do anything?
You are forced to move away from the source of your fear. That is all that
Which you can't see right
Can't
now.
see it.
Yes, can't see it. Yep.
Am I?
But you are compelled to move away.
Yeah,
if-
and
if
is
you
that
can.
you like move and your turn ends? Like, what is the mechanic I am under?
I am reading it. All of its movement to get as far from the hound as possible must finish the move before taking an action and must take a direct route, even if hazards lie in the way.
Okay. Do you? Okay. I'm in. I don't know how you want to handle the darkness part of that. What effect that is going to have on me?
You're like, I think it will take. We'll say it takes like 5 or 10. We'll say 10 feet of movement for you to really know to go like this way, because you do have people very close to you, and like with some stumbling around would know not that path. You know?
Yeah, because like I obviously like Yop is in front, I bump into Vikaris in the back. Like I have an orientation even though I can't see.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll stumble around this way. I'll stumble into these boxes and like I'll just go no. I will use my movement to just clamber over. It's a direct path, so
just climb into this
yeah,
garbage.
just climbing, like like jumping from piece to piece to get away. I'm actually going to measure the movement of it. Okay. I would. Does this affect my movement speed getting over this stuff at all?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think, yeah.
Okay.
You you count as a beast right now.
Yes. Yes. Okay, that's my movement to get over to there. I am still frightened, correct?
Currently.
Currently.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm over here. And then I'm also under the frightened condition, meaning I can't move towards it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, but it is not within my line of sight, so I actually could move towards it if I wanted to, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Yes.
Okay. Not that a lot of this is very good for me anyway.
Not incredibly helpful
Yeah,
information in total.
Yeah, I actually wish I had 2 levels of rogue so I could bonus action dash, honestly. It's the dream, of course. Okay, what could I do? Oh, okay, it's darkness. I've been in. I know what darkness stuff does. I've been Tally's been teaching me all sorts of stuff, and I understand what my globe of light does. I will grab a hold of it and squeeze and cast daylight, from the globe, which
Okay.
will, if I don't know what level the spell darkness was, but if it's 3rd level or lower, it will disappear.
That is true. I am just checking something because this does affect other aspects of this space. That's funny as hell. Okay. Yes, the darkness melts.
Now we're just in a sunbeam.
Yep.
Just
Yeah,
here for a while.
I am resplendent right now.
Wand pointed to the sky.
It's like the Star Wars poster.
Yeah, fucking triumphant.
I think Krellick just found a 6th dimension to that Dragon Chess game.
Oh shit.
I don't think I have any. Oh, actually, I do have a meaningful bonus action because raging will be a problem for this, but I can get big.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll get big.
Okay. Are you capable of right-clicking your token for does it let you multi-side?
Where do I click? Is it in the cog wheel? No.
Right-click your token.
I am. It just brings up the normal dots, and I can put status symbols on me.
No, it broke.
Yeah.
It broke. Okay. No kaiju token for now. Just
okay.
Big turtle.
Big turtle.
Big turtle.
We all know what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's great.
All right.
Very scared big turtle.
Yeah. He's the big turtle of our hearts.
Yeah. I'm more than done.
Okay. Then on her turn with the hound in front of her, one claw extends to sort of catch its focus as the other reaches outwards towards the center of the room and begins to pull upward. The stone in the ground begins to tremble a little, and the cauldron, the feet of it begin to walk as it begins turning in a circle, and from the cauldron crawl some creatures. Do, 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 do. And it is, and with that, Nightshade is going to begin floating into the air. And then it is Noel's turn.
Mm-hmm. I will move to, I guess, because this is like elevated, right? It's a little bit here, kinda.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Not in any meaningful way, but a little bit.
I'll cast Bless on myself, Krellick, and Yop.
What are you casting? Bless.
Bless.
Okay.
hmm
Let's go.
I write the words in the air,
We'll do
and
blue.
like one word in Celestial just like sticks itself to each of them. The phrase in Celestial is literally just do better.
Your performance review is coming up.
Hey. Let's not get too real here. Mine's in like a week.
Oh no.
And that is my turn.
Okay, then it is Lauren's turn.
I don't know where Krellick went. Oh, I don't know if I can see him. I will go in as a satchel with this thing in front of him and try to hit it.
Okay. That is gonna hit.
And I'll pick fire.
Fire.
Oh god, it's probably gonna explode on us. I didn't think this through.
Oh, it almost does.
Yep. There's a
You know-
reason I tried to run interference.
It almost does, but you do not quite do enough to kill it. It immediately does look incredibly injured, though. Anything else for your turn?
That is all.
All right, then. Legendary action. Yeah. The material inside the cauldron begins to pick itself up and crawl like a sentient goo out of the cauldron and across the floor, and it is very apparent that Nightshade is directing it, creeping her fingers along like stepping feet, making it walk over this way. Let's see. And as soon as I drop that circle, everyone who is in it needs to make a con save for me.
Is it poison?
It is poison.
So I have advantage. Okay.
Oh,
I'm immune.
actually, no. It is necrotic, because this is not a spell, it is something else.
All right. Well, things are just going my way. Except whatever the opposite of that is.
D4. Oh, that's your bless. Okay.
Mhm.
Yop, Vicaris, Null. Those are all saves. And then, so nothing happens to you two, or so for you, and then everyone else takes 2 points of necrotic damage.
I
Bump that.
don't like this because
Nope.
that says there's something else funky going on.
All right, Yop, you're up.
All right. Yup will charge this way and take some swings.
Okay, and hold on, let me.
Bless.
Okay, yes, that's also gonna hit. Yes, I just wanted to make sure it was okay. And how do you want to kill the dog?
Just cave its face in. Poor little sad child face. I'm caving it in.
Okay.
And Betty is going to run this way and see Giant Krellick and cower beneath giant Krellick.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's like Scooby and like Shaggy. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And these creatures going to move out 1, 2, 3, 6. And this one is going to try to kill the other dog. With a 12 and a natural 20 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
What's it say? What?
Sorry, I didn't even register as a dog because it's like it's a golem to me, but I know what you're saying. One
No,
second.
that's fine.
What fucking dog? It's a 17 right now.
Okay. Then the natural 20 will hit for 7 piercing damage as this creature is armed with a glaive and it has um a long whip-like beard that snaps and digs into like tentacles into the golem, into the construct. 7 piercing. Is it immune to poison by chance?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. The poison and being poison.
All right, then nothing else, and it is Vicarius's turn.
Yeah, I was doing math in my head. You know how I'm bad at that. Immediately next to me, there seems to be some sort of torture-esque chamber. Am I correct?
That's fair. Yeah. Well, you're also in darkness currently. Oh no,
Oh.
sorry, you're not. No, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
This is a different thing. You can
We're
see
in sticky mist.
you're in sticky nasty mist.
Yeah, I'm about to move. But I go over here. I do actually want to be on top of the table. I don't know if that requires any extra movement. I just really like the idea of me playing my guitar on top of a torture table.
I'll let you just climb on the like run up and leap onto the table.
Right. Are there any? Is there any torture equipment next to me?
There are things here, yeah.
Anything look particularly nasty?
They all look disgusting and they all look awful.
All right, whichever looks the sharpest and most bloody and potentially even rusted, I'm gonna animate that.
Okay. Do you have an animated object token?
That's typically the dog. Can I put both out?
You put a different dog. Yeah, just add a different dog.
Or I could do an awakened tree.
It doesn't matter. As long as you remember which one is which.
Yeah, put like a
no,
dot or something on it. That way you
I'll
know.
put a little that. Yeah, okay, you got it. Okay.
Cool. So that was my action. My bonus action is to command him to hit, and I will also inspire Yop.
Oh wait. Bonus. You only have one bonus action.
Yeah. For this one, I can inspire at the same time as commanding my thing.
Okay, great. Good to know. Okay, so Yop gets bardic
That's the only one
inspiration,
that we do, yeah.
and then the hound is attacking.
Yeah. Let me check its thing really quick to see its speed. Just out of reach. All right, so it's gonna move up. Oh wait, hold on. Damn it! All right, it's gonna move up as close as it can, and then the clay golem's gonna attack Granny Nightshade.
Okay. The 26 will hit.
12, and damn it, I should have remembered. When he takes damage, he gets to hit other people.
It's okay. It's a whole new class you're learning.
And that's my.
Okay, and then in retaliation, as the last legendary action of the turn, Granny Nightshade is going to attack the construct. with an open claw with a 26 to hit. For, oh my god, 21 slashing and 18 necrotic damage.
What's the total there?
The total is 39.
Ooh, dang. Cool. So when the construct takes damage, it makes a slam attack against a random creature within 5 feet of it. Do you want me to roll for it?
Random creature, yes, roll for it.
Let's make Granny number 1.
Okay. All right. That's gonna hit.
12 damage.
Pretty good. Okay. Is that a magical attack?
No, I don't believe it.
Okay. Not as good. Okay. Is that it for your turn? Oh wait. Yes, your turn is over. That was all in between action stuff. Okay, then on Lucky's turn, she is going to summon the voice of the Kraken and attempt to frighten at least the Darklings. Oh, actually, the Devils also. And they both fail. Right, I'll mark those in just a second. All right, and Zashel, it is your turn.
First, I'm going to unmute myself. I'm going to step out of the goop if I can.
Yes.
I really tried to not hit you with this, but I don't want them both alive. So I am going to go ahead and Sacred Flame the one that I am adjacent to.
Okay. Oh. Okay. That one, in the same light that kills it, folds and explodes. I need both you and Lauren, and the bearded devil, to make Constitution saving throws.
I can't make a save to save my life.
Oh,
It's
Ironic.
fine. It's fine.
Let's see. Okay, yes, there's still half damage. That's all right. The both of you take 3 points of radiant damage. The
I have
bearded.
resistance to radiant damage, so I take 2.
The bearded devil takes full damage and is blinded temporarily.
Oh, you're right. It's round down, so I only take 1 point. Thank you.
Yes, that is correct. Anything else for your turn?
Yeah, if this thing is dead, I am going to continue moving. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to stand next to this guy. And I will pull out one of my daggers as I'm walking.
Okay. Then it is its turn. And it's going to stab at you with a 10 and a natural 20.
The 10 will miss, but the natural 20 will, of course, hit.
Yes, for 10 piercing damage. And then it is Krellick's turn.
Okay. And
I have to yell at Krellick. Damn it. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh. I'll let you do that since.
Oh, he was just gonna. Krellick, what are you doing? Get out there. That's all. It's nothing big. Not a big deal or anything.
The dog's so big.
And you are no longer frightened. Neither is Betty.
The dog is dead, Krellick. Lucky killed it.
You don't know that?
I watched it die.
And this creature
Yop,
here
right?
is destroyed. Yes.
Oh,
All right.
yes, I have
It
it.
was Yop.
Yes, I
Zashel
have
would have gotten that right, not me. Not me, though.
Go. Dead.
Okay, cool. I will not wanting to disappoint Zashel. I'm and angry at myself for running away from what me and Betty are supposed to do. I look at Betty and say,
All right, Betty, I'll go that way. You come in around the back. We get her.
I'm gonna take a few bounding steps and I'm gonna leap into the air. I will clear 20 feet horizontally, 8 feet vertically. My intention is to it appears as if I am about to land into the cauldron, but I activate my steel wind strike tattoo.
Yeah.
And I will be within range of every enemy in the room.
Okay.
But it's the base roll of the thing, so we have no idea what's going to do. Okay. First strike is going to be against Granny Nightshade. 18. Do I have any stuff? I am inspired. I will roll the inspiration.
All right.
For 19.
That's a miss.
Okay.
Remember, she's very hard to hit.
Yeah, I know. Okay. And then for the guy next to Zashel. Oh no!
Oh yes! No, perfect. This is perfect.
Why?
A natural 20 for a 33.
Oh my god! Holy
It's a lot.
And it explodes. I need a con save from Zashel.
It's fine. It's good. This is I specifically moved next to them because I'm resistant to this damage, even though I can't save to save my life.
Sure. I am also
failed to
next
save.
to it when
7.
it explodes, I believe. Because I teleport in and hit it, it explodes. So I will roll mine as well.
I believe that requires taking the attack action.
Oh, you're
Yes,
right.
that is correct.
You need a con save from
it does
Betty
not.
too.
When you score a critical hit with a melee weapon, that is all that is required. It does not have to be part of an attack action.
But it is a melee weapon.
The Steel Wind
true.
Strike
This is
does
the
require, you are using your melee weapon during. I mean, I don't know. It's however you want to rule it. I will populate Steel Wind in case.
I've actually got it. I'm just reading it right now.
Okay.
Nope, that counts. That counts.
Oh my God. The lawyer. Hell yeah! I will end the teleportation.
Be proud or feel dirty.
Yeah. I will end the teleportation. Oh, sorry. I can attack this thing. Sorry. And the other ones. Sorry, I didn't.
Blinded.
Yeah, I forgot that these things existed. Okay. The blinded one, I would have advantage on it. That's probably gonna hit. Ignore
the blind one. Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, ignore the top damage. That's not accurate.
Okay.
And then for the other one.
The one over here?
Yeah. Yeah, the one by Granny Nightshade.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, cool. For 21.
Alright.
And then I will, as the spell ends, I will land besides. I will peer behind Granny Nightshade, looming over top of her.
Little kid.
Well, first I will resolve the fact that, Zashel, you are blinded, and you take 12 points reduced to 6 of radiant damage.
Okay.
I
Was
will
I
also take
blinded by the first one?
No, you saved.
Did I?
With an 11? Yeah, you saved. It's not a high DC. This is like a CR2 creature. It's just the blind effect is very fun.
Do you need a con save from Betty? Is she within range?
She in 10 feet. Yes, actually. Okay, she will save and take 6 and not be blinded. let's see, blind until the end of your next turn. Okay. Great. Sean, please describe what everyone just saw happen because I cannot do it.
Okay. Big giant, like the fuming red, coming out of Krelika's giant form, bounds towards the cauldron. Before landing there, you see his form kind of he casts the greatest magic he has, and you see his form like disappear, his form shimmers, and then in a split moment you see this giant turtle appear behind each of these creatures, just shield up, shield to the side, shield overhead, shield uppercut, just wham 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 wham, and then appears a few feet in the air and then lands behind Granny Nightshade, eyes glowing like an anime.
Excellent. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
You got it.
Also, since he added the inspiration die to his attack, the thunder damage goes off too.
Oh my god.
God.
I don't even know where to put that. Where
Where?
did he roll? Where did he roll that?
Against
Against Granny Nightshade.
Yeah, the first.
Which means
Okay.
I believe my construct also takes damage because he's right there, and I get to choose if he does or not. Can I just make him take the damage instead of rolling for it?
Has he already used his reaction though? I don't remember when he took damage the last time.
It would have been this past round still.
And it took its turn, so it would have its reaction.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I just don't remember.
So it technically got its reaction after its turn, but the berserk lashing does not require a reaction.
Oh, cool.
That's what I was asking. Yes.
Interesting.
I thought it was
When
reaction ability.
The construct takes damage, it makes a sneak attack.
Cool. It's not under the reaction heading?
Actually, it is. I'm really dumb.
Okay. I was just surprised because usually everything tells you what sort of. Anyway, sorry.
In that case, I will. He will not take damage.
Okay.
Okay. I need to make my save. This is something I can use the bead of instant karma, right? Like I feel myself being about to be affected by a thing.
This is the. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Okay, hold on. We gotta rewind to the moat. She needs to make a con save for thunder. Is that right, Doug?
17 DC.
Okay.
And it's going to be 1 point of damage.
Okay. She rolled a 21. Okay. Okay. And Krellik, what is the rule for the instant karma?
The bead is you see a, I believe, here I'll just populate it because it's just random thing. It is okay. You target one creature that you can see. I can see myself that is about to make any of these things, right? So the mechanic is as long as it's before, as long as it's a reaction beforehand.
Then yes.
Yeah. Okay. I will do so. Well, what is it?
Hold on. I will say out loud. She is casting a spell.
I can't counterspell. I'm blind.
Yep. Okay.
I have to be able to see it, which I can't.
Yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. Okay. I burn the skull to gain advantage. 20.
Bless it.
That manages to save.
Feels good. That sixth dimension is kicking in.
All right.
Okay, it is still my turn. I have a bonus action left.
Is it?
It is.
Fuck. Okay, all right. I thought you were done. Okay, continue with your turn then.
Yeah, no problem. If that's I don't know if that's like a legendary thing she's doing, and that's fine.
No, that it was not, which is why that's why I said oh fuck. Continue. We'll just have that. That will have carried. Continue.
Yeah, that don't make sense. I don't think I'm gonna do anything that will affect her ability to do stuff.
Right.
Okay. I am the bonus action from the weapon. Great weapon is a melee a melee weapon attack. It is specific about it. So I will make the strike. I will strike out recklessly Great weapon master at her. 24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. There would be rage damage in there too, so 25.
Okay.
I will action surge to strike out again at her.
Okay.
The first thing I will do is I'll swing at her once more. It's advantage. Nope. I would then like to drop my shield and try to grab her as my second attack.
Okay.
That would be a 20.
You do not get a grip on her. Her two hands catch in yours, and she braces against you.
Yeah, very good. I actually, sorry to clarify, I keep forgetting I need that I don't need two hands to grab her. I can hold the shield and try to grab her. I just can't use the shield as a weapon once I've done that. Okay, that ends my turn.
Great. Okay, she does the thing that I described earlier. She begins to cast a spell. You see that her eyes begin to fill with inky darkness and begin to weep black trailing tears down her face. And it is Noel's turn.
I would like to use my reaction when her turn ends.
Okay. I also realized I've forgotten something important about this bubble here, but we'll get to it. Yes, use your reaction.
Okay. She'll need to make a DC 14 Wisdom save. It's against charm, so I'm sure it can't be charmed or whatever. But I roar very loudly in her face.
Great. All right. She is immune.
Yep. Cool.
Okay. Then it is Noel's turn, and I'm sorry that you're the one who has to deal with me remembering this at this point. I need you to make a con save. All right, you take no damage, and also this bubble is difficult terrain.
Wait, do I need to make it too?
You'll make it at the beginning of your turn.
Okay.
Would I have needed to make it on my turn?
Yeah, everyone who'd started there would have needed to, but I fucked up. It's fine.
I will
I can make it.
spend my turn dashing to here.
Okay.
It's my action. No. Yep, that'll be it.
Okay. And then it is Lauren's turn with the con save and the difficult terrain.
Fun. I will
Amazing.
run up to this guy and whack him.
Great. Oh my god.
Okay. Jesus.
Slam it into his stomach.
And kill him instantly.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
He's a devil. It's fine.
It's fine.
You don't actually kill him. He actually just disapparates and goes back to the hells.
Oh, no mercy, Lauren, they calls her.
She starts stuttering as she stares as he evaporates.
Shit.
There is anything else for your turn, Lauren?
Oh, that's all.
Okay. Granny Nightshade puppets one of her claws outwards, and the goo marches on this way. Great. And then it is Yop's turn.
So that's a con save right off the bat?
Yes, and you're in difficult terrain. 19 saves.
So that's 10, 20, 30, and I will use my action to dash to get to here. And Betty will run over here. And with my bonus action, I will, where is it? I will point my warhammer at Granny Nightshade, and her body will begin to bloat. I will amplify that. And so she gets to make a con save at the end of each of her turns, and until she succeeds on one of them, she has disadvantage on dex and strength checks, as well as necrotic damage if she takes more than one attack on a turn.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Okay. We are going to use another legendary action. This doesn't affect her movement, right? This one does not. Okay. And without provoking attack of opportunity, she is going to drift upwards 15 feet into the air and put herself here. I will forget she's flying unless I stick sticker on her. And then this remaining minion will attack Yop with a glaive and the tentacles of its beard with a 19 and 17 to hit.
Those are both misses.
All right. Then Vicaris.
Did I save?
No.
Son of a bitch. All right, what happens?
You're going to take 5 points of necrotic damage. And then you're in difficult terrain.
Tight. The thing that happened, it was like a layer action, right? Not a spell.
This thing?
The thing I currently find myself in.
It is in fact a creature ability legendary action that I'm making look like a lair action.
That makes sense.
Yeah, just making sure it's not a spell. Okay, so I will start my turn by getting the fuck out of it. 1, 2, 3. I think that's as far as I can move. Awesome. And then, nope, I will dash outside of it. Boom. And then I will command my bonus action, command my guy to fly up and hurt people. And I think that's the other guy is going to attack the bearded devil.
Okay. Okay, both of those will hit.
Oh, those weren't as good. And then, how high up in the air is she?
15 feet.
Cool. So here, the thing that I just animated will fly 15 up first, and then 15 over, and that's my turn.
Okay. Oh, that's no good. It's 3. He fails her con save and doing very. Okay, Zashel, it is your turn.
I am still blind, so I will simply dodge.
Uh,
I'll be unblinded at the end of my turn. There's just nothing I can.
yes. Okay, that does work. I was thinking of opportunity attacks for something. You're good though. And then Kralik, your turn. And you can see again, Zashel.
Okay. How far away am I from her? Oh God, I'll have one opportunity. Okay. Wait, what's the distance away? Okay, Okay, that's possible. Okay, I will begin rushing towards her. In my enlarged form, when I jump, although I can't get more than 8 feet off the ground because I am big, I can actually reach much farther than that. At 15 feet, I can definitely grab a hold of her
Mm-hmm.
or make the attempt at least.
Mhm.
But it is all my movement to get there and get up, so I have, I guess, 2 chances to grab her. And
Yes.
I will attempt so. I would use my bonus action to. I will invoke. I will speak in Draconic Sivip, and I will invoke this rune to gain a +2 to those attempts.
Okay.
21.
All right, and she's at disadvantage, and so you have her.
Ooh, okay. Um, I am falling now with her. If I'm understanding how that would work, correct. If that works the way that I think it does.
15 feet in the air at your size, like there is little to fall.
Yeah,
But
I think
but
she'd still be pretty high, but
yes, yeah,
yeah, yeah. I don't think I can just reach up and get her though at that height.
yeah. But it's like barely a hop to have to do. This is not a leap to catch her.
Yeah, to grab her. Okay, but she should be down a little bit, but
Mm-hmm. She has moved a little.
a little bit, yeah. If I have her, can I bring her down closer to where Betty is then?
Yes, she is grappled.
Okay. Then I would like to bring her down to the, you understand what I'm doing. I'm putting her
Mhm.
to the ground.
Mhm.
Okay. I have another melee, but I got her. I need a free hand. Okay. I will drop the shield at this point, and uh, I will uh, I will I will make an attempt to shove her to the ground.
Okay.
To actually put her prone. 25.
Will do so.
Okay. I will stand there, both big hands like holding her, but she's so wriggly and old. Um, yeah. I don't have any move. Well, if it's 20 feet to get there, my movement is 40. Would I have 5 feet left? But I think no, I don't have enough movement because moving her, I'm at half speed when I'm dragging something, so I can't manipulate her space anymore.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. As a legendary action, she digs her claws into the hands, into you as you're holding her with a 22 to hit
Yep.
for 18 slashing and 13 necrotic damage.
Okay.
She is currently prone, but she can stand. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Well, is she grappled and prone?
I'm trying to figure that out.
Because if she's grappled and prone, her movement speed's 0, isn't it?
Yes.
I think we've talked about this. When you shove something, it removes it from a grapple no matter what.
If you shove it away, yes, but not if you
Mhm.
shove it prone because they're still in reach.
I feel like we've done this a few times in different ways, but it's okay. Either way, I need Krellick to make a wisdom saving throw.
You got it. I just assume she can teleport at any time she wishes, and she's just
Right.
playing, and she's just messing around with me. Wisdom save. Okay. 19.
Does not save. So. You suddenly feel your eyes become very heavy, and the exhaustion of the walk, and even just in the short moment that you've been in combat so far, the big magic you've pulled, you're very tired and you fall asleep.
Excellent.
And then she stands up almost effortlessly and goes back into the air 10 feet up and Then it is Noel's turn.
She gets to make a con save against the curse.
Okay. A 21, unfortunately.
That's a save, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Noel. 14 won't do it. Yeah, roll that.
I got bless. If that helps.
16. I don't think does. There's so many saves. There's so many different DCs on this character sheet. It's 1 point of necrotic damage.
Okay. I will get to here to get free, and then I can kind of skirt along the top of this thing, right?
Yeah.
Ish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was 20. I can get to. Feels dangerous to be right next to it. Actually, I will just dash to get over to here.
Okay.
I just need to get in a good position. I keep being in bad positions. I will use a. No, I won't.
Okay.
I'll wait.
Lauren?
I will move over here to also get in a better position. And I will just toll the dead on her. Oh, it doesn't work.
Yeah, wrong.
PC is 17.
Okay. She manages to fail that one, even at advantage.
12, right?
Okay.
And that's fine. I'm gonna fix my spell.
Okay. Yop.
All right. I'm going to run over here, and if our bearded devil friend wants to take an attack of opportunity and hasn't used their reaction already, I'm more than happy to.
He misses.
Okay. I will kick Krellick as I
That will
walk
take a
by.
full action to actually wake
Then
him.
I won't. Well, yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm just kicking him.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you can just kick him.
Get up! And I will point my shield to the sky.
Right. That'll hit.
And I will pull her down 10 feet towards me.
Mm-hmm.
And Betty will swing up and try and chomp onto an ankle to grapple her.
Grapple. Okay.
Yeah, she has advantage on that.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Betty.
Betty has her grappled.
Betty!
Betty has her ankle and just sits down.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Okay. The bearded devil is going to attack the flying implement. Doug,
Do you mean the dancing item or the construct?
the dancing item.
It's AC is 16.
Okay, it rolled a 16 for 5 slashing damage, and it needs to make a con save. Okay. And nothing else happens.
5 slashing, right?
Yes, 5 slashing. And then it attacks the other thing with a 21 to hit for 8 piercing.
Got it.
Okay, great. Then it is your turn.
So I need to get closer. One second. Yeah, I'll use my action to get up there, and then my and then my dancing item's gonna wake Kralik up, and my construct's gonna hit the bearded devil.
Okay.
Are you smacking me with a torture implement?
Oh, for sure. It's just a quick little poke. Come on, do something.
Kunk. Really loud. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, none of those are gonna hit. Oh, let's square. Have I been doing that one? I probably have this entire time. Pretty good. Pretty funny. Okay. Lucky is going to try to be as helpful as possible in this one. And black tentacles begin pouring in through the seams in the wall, and grasp at. She can square that out actually, so it only hits Granny Nightshade. And try to restrain her, although that seems unlikely. Oh, okay, we're going to use a magic resistance. But the space is still there, and she's grappled in that area. Zashel, it is your turn.
I am going, seeing that she is trying to get away, I am going to just dash all the way over to Kralik to prepare.
Okay.
Still sleepy night night.
No, he should be awake.
He got kicked away, or he
Okay.
got bopped awake by a bone saw.
Yeah.
A dancing bone saw. Is it like the singing sword from Roger Rabbit?
Sure.
I'll kind of shake the dust from my head, and I'll put one hand on Granny Nightshade to shove myself to the ground, as I am also in that motion, like attempting to squeeze her and also grab her, because I can't. I don't have the item to put on her. Okay, so stand up. Surprisingly, the giant stuff doesn't go away when you're incapped. Just
yes, that is correct.
Yeah, it's wild. That seems broken to me. Okay,
it's because you used to only get 2 uses per long rest, so like, if that went away,
it's also runic magic, which is not at all related to like other more natural forms of magic.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's just cool that like
yes,
my rage falls off, but like this stuff continues.
Yes.
Okay, but I still have the advantage on it. 25.
If you take damage, I guess it does because
it just lasts the time period.
You have her grappled. Betty has her grappled. This is where we are.
Yeah. I got it grappled with the thing. I'm gonna take one of my claws, and I will I don't have anything cool to say. I'm just gonna try to rake my claws against her.
Okay.
I'll recklessly get her with the claws. 21.
Will miss.
Her skin. Ugh. I just look at her and go, "You's real nasty," you know that. I don't think I have. I'll use a bonus action to heal myself because I still have that available since we rested, and that'll be my turn.
At the end of your turn, the bubbling green sludge creeps its way over here. The tentacles behind as you approach Vicaris, the tentacles behind Nightshade that are trying to grab at her and restrain her begin to pull back. And then on Nightshade's turn, Vicaris, can you make me a wisdom saving throw?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it at that.
Okay. When she turns
No.
her 19 does not save.
I didn't mean to hit it twice.
Okay, all right, okay, yeah. The when she looks to you, there is suddenly within you your stomach begins to immediately turn. You become very, very ill. You are sickened and have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. And then it is Noel's turn.
Looking real quick at Vicaris, he said it's some kind of sickness. Like I could see
He
him
looks suddenly green in the gills and kind of doubles over. Although, yep.
I guess I would have no way of knowing what that means or how to fix it. Actually, I do have something I could try. It looked like some kind of like pestilence came out of her and fucking creeped its way around Vicaris, right?
Yes.
Okay. I will walk into this, and I have had this for a while just sitting. I will try it. Protection from poison on Vicaris.
Unfortunately, that will not work.
I assumed.
Yeah. Cool idea.
Okay.
And Lauren.
Right,
You want to get out of the goo? Do you have enough movement?
I technically don't, I don't think. No, I do if I do the line right. Okay, we're good.
Okay. All right, Lauren.
I can still see her, right? She's not obscured by everyone else.
Yes.
I'll call the dead again, and I'll stay back here. Oh my god, why is this broken?
She saves.
Nothing happens. I will get slightly closer, but I don't want to be super close.
Okay. Yup.
Would grabbing the shackles from Vicaris be a full action?
Not if he had them like out and ready to be taken. Oh, also you need to make a con save.
Yeah, my assumption is that he's got him out. Is that a save?
No, 1 point of necrotic damage.
Okay. And actually, now let me. Okay, so enhance ability is still up. Okay, well, my assumption is he's got him. I mean, he's approaching her, so I don't know where they are, right? But if I see them, I'm going to try and grab them and slap them.
I'm gonna say that he, unfortunately, because we never said that he had them prepared, they're gonna still be in the bag, which will require an action to retrieve regardless.
Okay, then I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Plus,
roll
playing a
around.
loot takes 2 hands.
Right. I'm going to roll around to just create some additional room for people.
Okay.
And I'm going to try. Betty is holding her by the ankle, right? So the leg's probably stretched out a little bit. I'm going to try and smash a knee.
Okay. That will hit.
Second verse, same as the first. So that'll hit.
Mm-hmm.
And Betty, who's still holding her, will just try and twist in such a way as to break that ankle.
Okay. That'll hit.
Although I don't know that she has advantage on the actual attack.
Oh wait.
So
Oh,
it's
also.
just a 19.
Oh wait. Hold on. Sorry. The 19 will not hit. Also, a 21
Right.
wouldn't hit either. I don't.
Okay.
Uh,
So right. So neither of those hit. She's got to make a con save. It looks like.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that certainly isn't going to do it.
Weird to see necrotic damage on construct 4 points of necrotic.
Okay. And still holding on to the ankle, she's just gonna move out of the goo. And that's us.
Okay. The bearded devil rolls a 23 against the golem for 8 slashing damage, Vicaris, and then misses on his second attack. And then it is your turn.
Cool. The thing she did to me, that was a spell, right?
It is part of a spell that she has maintained concentration on, yes.
Tight. I am going to dispel magic on that then.
Alright, what level?
I was gonna do a 3rd level.
Alright. I need you to make a charisma check, then.
Then it should add 2 to it for Jack of all trades. So 15?
Yeah. No, it already did.
Oh, it already did. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna use inspiration on that.
Okay. All right. She drops concentration. Well, not drops. The illness fades, and she does lose concentration.
And now I'm going to face step to cause her some damage. And Krellic too, so my bad.
That's okay.
When you appear.
When you appear.
Yep. Yep. So
I'm
that's
so
just
used to the when you leave mechanic.
Yeah, 5 fire.
Is it automatic damage?
It's automatic. Let me make sure, but I'm pretty sure it's automatic damage. And shit, I only have spring on this one.
Uh-oh. While you're working on that...
Yeah, immediately after you use a face step, each creature of your choice that you see within 5 feet of you takes fire damage equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1.
Okay, of your choice. All right, so it is just the 5. All right, to her, so Krellic doesn't take any. And
of course, my 2 people are gonna.
yes. Both of those will hit.
All 3?
Yes. You're just targeting this one dude.
Yeah, I'm targeting the bearded devil.
Yep. Okay. And he's dead.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Do they need to make save for necrotic damage?
Yes.
And then so do I, because I didn't at first.
All right, you take 6. Oh, shoot. And then the first one takes 1, and the second one takes 4. And I got... Oh, we're... Give me 1 second, guys.
Adam, that's a clutch move with the chain whip, my dude.
Yeah, I was just lucky that she didn't fly up any further.
Yeah, and that your roll was good enough to hit her.
Yeah.
That'll work. Doug,
Alright,
which
I'm back.
creature is right next to me?
The dancing item.
Okay, that's the animated bone saw. Got it.
Motherfucker, I forgot to inspire again. Wait, it's still kind of my turn, right?
It's your turn. Your turn. You're good.
Oh, I'll inspire Kralik.
Okay.
Can you inspire yourself, or that's a different whole bard thing?
Only one bard can kind of do it, and it's at like 12th level.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then what's that? Sure. Put it there. Yeah. Come on, snap to corners, please. It's fine. Zashel, it's your turn.
Am I in the circle enough that I need to make a save?
No.
Okay. This is really not a good idea, but it's the best place to do it. So Zashel will duck around and sort of move over Betty, and as he is walking, he will clap his hands together, pull the gloves up, and I am casting Fly. Because I cast at 5th level, I can target 3 creatures. So I will target Krellik, Yop, and myself.
Sick.
So that is a 60-foot flying speed. It took me 5, 10. It only took me 15 to get where I am, but she's on the ground.
She's not prone.
I'm sorry, I meant on the ground as in she's standing.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be it.
Okay.
Incredible.
And Krellik?
Maintaining a hold on the Granny Nightshade, I looked at Vigars and say,
Vic, what you doing? Get them things out.
I'll maintain the hold on her. Okay. I will. Man, I wish I had my action search still, because I could get the shackles and make an attempt, but I want Vigars to do it. Okay. I just have my claws. I will reach up and try to rake them against her as I'm standing here. I'm not gonna go reckless with it. Well, actually, she hasn't been really coming at me like that. I'll go into a rage, and I will reckless since I have a ton of health thanks to Lauren. 23.
That hits.
Ooh. Yeah, for 19. Well, actually, plus 2. 21 damage.
Okay.
Once more with feeling. Ooh, claws.
It's gonna hit.
For 12.
It's non-magical, right?
Not magical, correct.
Yeah. All right, that's a crit. You have your bonus action?
No, it's
That's he didn't use a great weapon.
Yeah,
Yep,
that requires the actual weapon use. And I don't think I have a bonus action to use anymore. I have used all my cool stuff. I just I just roar at her a bit, try to throw her off her game.
And then she is casting a spell.
Let it fly, folks. We can take it.
Unless she's leaving.
True.
Yeah, at this point, we don't have her shackled. I will take the counterspell.
Okay.
That's one down, folks.
That spell fizzles. And then...
Oh, sorry. I was just
You're
trying to
good.
mark the slot use. And I closed my sheet like an idiot.
And then it is Noel's turn.
Mm-hmm.
I only have one left. We need to get those shackles on.
It's a long shot, but I may as well. I'm going to. Yeah, I'll try to cast blindness on her.
It's a con, right?
Yep.
Okay, she is going to choose to succeed.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that's my turn.
All right, Lauren.
Lauren is gonna run as far as she can over here. I believe that's 30. Yep. And I'm gonna cast silence over there.
What?
I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna drop silence right on Granny Knight, say, show y'all sorry, and then everyone else that's a spellcaster, sorry.
I mean, huh.
Okay. Okay. This thing. All right. She is going to attack Betty with her claws, growling silently, snarling, with a 24 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
With 26 slashing, 18 necrotic.
Yeah, that's the end of Betty.
Okay. So she has freed herself at least from that grip. And then.
At grapple.
Yep.
I'm just imagining this hag is like. Everyone's got to hold on one limb like she's being drawn and quartered or something.
Yep.
But she is so powerful.
Yeah.
Yup, it's your turn. She's like Thanos.
Yeah, you know, when they're trying to grab him, but you know, yeah.
Yop sees Betty just fall off the Granny Nightshade's ankle, and the epic stream of profanities that comes out of Yop's mouth are just lost. And Yop is going to lunge out and try and grab hold of Granny Nightshade.
Oh. By 1 point you managed to succeed this grapple.
Yeah, so I'm just holding on with dear life.
Okay, Vicaris.
It's time.
Yeah, I'm going to. Sorry, go ahead.
Yep, your turn.
I am pulling out the shackles and I am commanding my guys to come hit, which I don't believe is verbal.
I'm gonna double check that.
Okay, one second.
Because if animate object is verbal,
The summon construct definitely requires a verbal command.
Yeah.
All of the summon spells do, unfortunately. You know what? I take that back. It could be different. They could use a different rule set, but I know like Summon Celestial requires you to use a bonus action to issue, or a no action to issue a verbal command. I don't know about that because that's a class feature.
It says unless you take a bonus action on your turn to command it to take another action. Is that a verbal command?
I'm going to assume it has to be. I mean, you're a bard. Almost everything you do is verbal.
Like it's a song or a sound or something.
That's fair. That's a fair thing.
Right the fuck there. my murder saw is going to dodge. And I will be there with Shackles out.
What is okay? So yeah, so you take your action to take them out.
Yep, pretty much.
Okay, great. Then on her for a legendary action, she is going to attack you with a 23 to hit
Oh yeah.
for 19 slashing and 16 necrotic.
Also, Sarah, this is my con save at the beginning of my turn because I am in the goo.
Thank you. You save. Okay. And I'm making luckies right now. Oh damn. Okay. Two. Dash. Okay, and Zashel, it's your turn.
Excuse me, sorry. Actually, I take that back. I can heal. Seeing Vicaris get absolutely shredded, I will go ahead and drop 5 dice of healing light into Vicaris.
Oh wow.
Hey!
Wow.
The Fae has really done.
Yeah, I would say y'all were
wonders with
never
these
leaving the
dice.
Feywild ever. Ever. I'm sorry. That is a bonus action.
Nice knowing you, Zashel.
Bonus action.
Yeah, that's my bonus action. As an action, I cannot actually cast any of my spells because they literally. No, I can cast Mold Earth or Shape Water. Those are both just pathetic. Anyway, I mean, I could try to pile onto the grab.
Yeah, let's teamwork.
No, I will instead ready an action. I will ready that. I'm assuming I can tell that I'm in an area of magical silence because all sounds are suddenly gone. If that drops, I will Sacred Flame. What's her face? Nightshade.
Okay.
I'm just. No, I take all of this back. I have a 60-foot fly speed. I will take the disengage action, and I am just leaving. 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's good enough. I don't want to get... Actually, I will go central, but out of the silence, and I will just fly. I'm not dumb enough to just fly above the ooze.
Oh,
I get
that
the
could have been
smell or
good.
lose my concentration or something. But that's it. That's my action, my bonus action, and my move.
Okay. You're like 30 feet up. You can be over the silence. It's only 20 feet.
Attacking.
I don't want to be near her because I don't want to lose concentration.
Attacking Vicaris again with a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
19 slashing and 14 necrotic.
Screams out, nobody hears.
Her dark claws leave dark paths through your skin. Krellick, it's your turn.
Okay. God, I do not want to take those shackles from you. I do not wish to do that. I want you to be able to make the attempt. So I will. God, I know. Ugh, it's just I want to put her on the ground so bad, but like she just stands up, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beat her
Initiative
ass.
didn't work out for you in that regard.
Yeah.
Beat her ass.
Yeah, I am pointing at Zashel, like my fingers in his face, and I'm yelling at him to get those fucking shackles on. But of course, nobody hears.
Mm-hmm.
And I will put my hands on her and try to dig my claws into her.
Mm-hmm.
I will recklessly try to pierce her old hide. Ooh, that's probably gonna hit.
Yes.
Hell yeah. For 15? No, that's incorrect math. 13. 13, yeah.
Yep.
Once more with feeling. I believe that'll hit as well.
Yes.
Sorry, no big damage, so 10 damage.
Okay.
Non-magical. Although
Non-magical.
I know it's difficult, but the rage bypasses all that anyway. Rage
No, it
is
doesn't.
not magical damage, so I don't know.
Yeah, it just adds to whatever your attack is.
You got
Yeah.
it.
Oh, great! It's her turn. Oh. Well, makes picking spells easy. Can't do them. But she can attack twice, so she's going to claw back at Krellick with a 24 and an 18.
They both hit.
Okay. For first total is 33.
33 total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the second total is 30.
Okay.
Scrivener.
Okay. I'll step back to here so I'm out of it. Let's see. As my action, I will point at her and do the Path of the Great Buck. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to upcast a healing word onto Karis.
Okay. Oh.
Well.
That sucks.
Yeah, it could have been better, huh?
Yeah. Alright, Lauren.
I will get back so I'm closer to the group. And let's see, am I in range of any? Nope, everyone's out of range. I will try to throw a Toll the Dead at. Oh, I don't know if she can hear that.
No, she cannot.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take the dodge action and use my bonus action to throw a healing word at Krellick.
Okay. And then she targets Yop with a weapon, just with her claws again, with a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
For 18 slashing, 16 necrotic. And then it is your turn.
So that's 34.
Yes.
I've got one arm sort of wrapped around her torso and her pressed up against my stomach. And I am going to take my warhammer and try and just bash it into the side of her head a couple times.
Okay. It's a miss.
I am going to use... No, I'm not.
Okay. Okay.
Double.
Oh, that's right, doubled. 32. Okay.
How's she looking?
Bloody.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Bakaris? You ready? Ready?
It is time. Motherfucker.
You rolled a 4.
Do you want to give me inspiration, please?
Take my last inspiration. We got the Ted Bank.
There it is.
The Ted Bank is down to 1 inspiration.
Yeah,
so
I figured.
I was about to give it my
The
last
Ted
one.
Bank isn't something that exists.
Yeah.
The bank you're looking for is
Sorry.
mine.
The
Is
Ted Reserve.
Adam.
Yes, Adam has the
Got
stockpile.
it. It's the Ted Bank and the Adam Reserve.
It's not really a bank. Like, I mean, it's like a piggy bank, maybe.
Yeah.
With-
I'm the organization that ensures the Ted Bank stays solvent.
With arms,
The ice.
with arms at the elbows caught, her nails digging into every possible limb that happens to reach out to her, her face twisted in screams, enough work, enough force, enough pull. Her arms are brought back behind her, and the lock closes over her wrists, and the runes across the metal ignite. That is your action, Vicaris.
Yeah, that's my action. And he will be saying stuff to her in Sylvan that she can't hear.
Yeah.
My golem is not going to survive. He's got 1 hit point left. And then my animated object I just read can move on his own, so he will move out of this area after making a con save.
Okay, great. All right, takes 2 points of necrotic damage. Just staying alive out here. Zashel, it is your turn. She is restrained and silenced.
Yep. Well, she's not going to be flying anywhere because
she's grappled. She can't move.
Yeah.
She can still attack at disadvantage.
Yeah.
She can't say anything. No spells, nothing.
It's a question of if I need to keep fly up.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do it just for Krellick.
I was going to say, it was like, let all of us fly together.
Do a flying suplex for the kill.
And so I'm assuming we're not trying to like take her out of here alive or anything insane like that. So I am just going to start burning her with Sacred Flame.
I thought the whole point of the shackles I know were to like control her a bit, but like, were we supposed to bring her in?
No,
I thought the shackles are just to keep her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Teleporting and plane shifting, which is what she did last time.
We're supposed to bring her head in.
Okay.
Yeah, she is restrained, so I believe she will have disadvantage on this dex
And
save.
she fails. All right, guys, we're gonna try to roll through these real fast. So as fast as we can, because like you guys can do this now. It's just a matter of if you can survive even with her at disadvantage. So let's go. Come on.
I'm done.
Yep.
Okay. I will take a few steps. I have to take steps away from her, so she can feel free to lash out at me if she wants, because my shield is on the ground over here.
14 to hit, misses.
Okay, cool. I step back with the shield
Con save.
Just bring it down on her. Con save.
Saves. Okay, continue.
Saves. Okay. Okay. Reckless with it. Well, I don't have to go reckless, actually. It is 21.
21 misses.
Okay. Not good enough. No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's too wily.
Okay, and then attacking Yop with a natural 1, and then Vicaris with a 23.
Oh yeah.
For 19 slashing, 17 necrotic. And Noel.
Death Ward, keep me alive.
Okay.
Mass Cure Wounds on, I'm gonna just assume everyone. It'll be Zashel, Yop, Krellick, let's say Betty, and Vicaris.
Won't work on Betty. So
I think Betty's done.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. I'll put the last bit then on Lauren. And that's her turn.
Okay, Lauren.
I'll fix my health later. I'm gonna risk doing this. I'm gonna cast this on. I'm gonna go closer in range yet. Nope. I'll cast Life Transference on Vicaris. 450, and let's see if I make my con save for my concentration. Okay.
Wow.
That's funny.
Wow.
All right. Yup. That'll hit. That'll miss.
I'm gonna roll my bardic inspiration on that second.
And that'll make it hit.
Okay. And the bardic inspiration does extra damage. Is that how this works, Doug?
This one
Thunder
does.
damage, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't work here.
Because of the silence.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it's a motive.
That's all right.
Okay. And then it is Vicaris' turn.
Don't be mad, guys. I really have nothing, so I'm gonna disengage and walk away out of the silence.
It's
I
fair.
don't think anyone's mad about that.
Yeah, that's the move.
What you gotta do.
Flying. No, not flying away.
And I still can't command my guy because he is also silenced.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And Zashel.
More Sacred Flame.
That saves, even at disadvantage.
Cool.
Krellick.
Oh,
Oh, wait, hold on. We're gonna attack someone. So you can. Krellick. 18 to hit.
Misses.
Alright, now it's your turn.
Okay. Big swings. 18
Miss.
misses. Think that might hit.
Hits.
22. Okay.
No, miss. 22 miss.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think that'll hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. 28.
Right. Magic. Right.
That is my turn. I don't have any other attacks I can make.
Right, and attacking Yop with a natural 20 and a natural 20, so even at disadvantage.
I'll cancel one of those.
Okay, well it's only this is legendary action, so it'll just be just the one.
Got it. Okay. Yep. I
but-
cancel it with my reaction.
That turns it to 27 slashing and 10 necrotic, which is a total of 37. And then on her turn, attacking Krellick, 25 to hit.
Yes.
Or, sorry, 22 to hit.
Yes.
17 slashing, 13 necrotic.
Okay.
And then attacking Yop with a 22. 18 slashing, 16 necrotic. And then Null.
Yep. Action.
Okay.
Put the thing on her. Bonus action. Mass healing word.
Okay.
I've casted one level.
Just FYI, prior to that healing word, I'm up only because of the which actually, I don't know what that does to my grapple, if anything. I assume, I don't know how that works.
She is restrained currently, so it
So it
does
doesn't make a
not matter.
difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that much healing for everyone. Not everyone, not myself, but 6 creatures.
Okay, Lauren.
Oh god. That includes me, right?
Yes, it does.
I'm gonna do this again on Yop. That's what I keep concentration.
Yes.
Right,
What does it
you
look
up.
like when you do this?
I
Yeah.
just bite at my hand and it's bleeding. My
Oh,
God.
Like
Noah
a
is so
wild animal.
impressed.
bleeding herself to keep everyone else alive. Lauren is ruining her own focus, but she still maintains concentration on silence. Yop, you're up.
All right.
Both will hit.
Double damage. On that
First
first
one does 20, 30. Yop, how do you want to do this?
I just want to take a big swing and knock her head clean off.
All right. Blessed by the gods that wish to take, her body becomes frail and collapses like paper mache under the weight of the warhammer. She folds, the shackles dim, and the body crumples to the floor in a bloody, broken mess. That's combat. And that's session.